Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to Vikings basketball after the Christmas break. Tony Fuentes, Scott Marlowe here at Independence High School as the Lady Vikings are getting ready to take on the Lady Bulldogs from Independence. So Lady Bulldogs come into the game 1-5. Lady Vikings come into the game 0-6. So both teams are struggling in the early part of the season, and the Lady Vikes looking for their first win. And Scott, it's an Independence team that is really, really young, and they have lost to pretty much all the teams that we lost to. They played in that circle tournament. The only thing I really noticed was they're still scoring like around 50 points.
Discover
when
what
they're
you've
losing.
been missing in Parsons,
and
Kansas.
we're only
Curious
scoring
Minds Discovery Zone, a children's
I think
museum
the
that
most we've
inspires a
scored is
love
30.
of learning with
we've
hands-on exhibits for all
on the
ages
offensive
to
end.
imagine,
A lot of that has to
create,
do
learn, and discover.
Turnovers.
Kids enjoy
and that
looking
sort of
through
thing.
microscopes,
And it's just,
building on our magnetic ball run wall.
hopefully the Lady
creative
Vikes
play
play
in our
well tonight, because this will be, a chance to get that all-important first win of the year. But man, a 3.5 week layoff.
Yeah,
that's the most.
That's unbelievable
that I've ever seen, and so it just can't be helped. With the weather delays and that sort of thing. But I hope the Lady Vikes play well, and because 0-6 is no fun,
No.
and 1-5 is no fun for Indy either. That's not what they're used to.
Yeah.
So hopefully it'll be a competitive game, and obviously hopefully the Lady Vikings figure out a way to score one more point than Indy tonight.
Yep. So I did notice one of the leading scorers for the Lady Bulldogs, Kayla Lemos, is in street clothes here. So that could be possibly one of the reasons why they're at 1-5.
Right.
But the big thing is we're going to have trouble with Addison Morse and Brooklyn Maddox. Both of them have played a lot of minutes, the last couple of years, even though the Indy teams over the last few years have been superb. I mean, they've been just as good as we have. But I think it was 2 years ago here at Indy, the girls and boys game both went to overtime.
Yep.
And it was just, fantastic basketball. And we might be set for something like that in the boys contest, because I think it's going to be a barn burner. But this girls matchup, I mean, it's all going to come down to the offense. If we can score, I want to say if we can score in the mid-40s, I think we could have a chance.
Yeah.
But I just don't know. I don't know who's going to score it. Cadence Ball has the ability. Ayana Robertson, the freshman, has the ability to score double digits. Sayla Ray can score double digits, but she hasn't found the three yet this year.
Yeah.
Just really, a year off. Really, I think has been tough for her. I think Braylon can definitely be a scorer for us. I know she's done double digits, but I think we need at least 3 girls in double digits to have a chance tonight.
Yeah, I agree. And I don't know if there's anything to this, but it certainly seems like the Lady Vikings almost always play well in this gym.
Yeah.
I don't know why, but that typically they come in here and play pretty well. They have come in and sprung a couple of pretty big upsets against Indy over the last 4 or 5 years. But, tonight it's all about getting off to a good start.
Exactly.
And, you were talking about maybe scoring, if you can get 45, 46 points, you'll have a chance. And I agree with you. And the Lady Vikes are capable of that, but they just can't have a quarter where they only score 4 or 5 points.
Exactly.
And that has happened a few times this year. So,
and one thing I did notice, the JV girls did play on this court, but they only played a half.
Okay.
And we won by 10, and we scored in the 20s in a half of a game.
Yeah.
So if you look at it in that sense, Scott, I mean, there's some hope, because some of those girls that we're playing are going to be playing in this varsity game.
Right.
You had Terry Draper, Alex Stoneberger. There was quite a few girls that are going to get some playing time on the varsity game here that were in that JV game that scored 20-some points and a half. So I hope that can carry over. And they are announcing the starters for both teams. And it looks like they've got some different names down for the starters that I didn't have on the list. So Mia Peck, freshman's going to start. Brooklyn Maddox, talked about her. She's definitely going to be, very physical in the paint. Very good player for the Lady Bulldogs. Senior Addison Morse will be a starter. And sophomore Sarah Veely. So Veely had an older sister, Abby Veely, that was a great tennis player, great athlete, awesome basketball player. And she was kind of a thorn in our side on the girls' side of the basketball for several years. And so I'm sure Sarah's probably going to be a good little player as well. And then we got Caitlin Spencer that's going to definitely have some height in the paint that's going to give us some issues, but we're going to start Cadence Ball, Braylon Hinman Mitchell, Alex Stoneberger, Ayana Robertson, and senior Sayla Ray. So Lady Vikes, Scott, they ain't got nothing to lose. They're 0-6. Got to get a win sometime. So we did have snow out last Friday. That game will be rescheduled for this coming Thursday night at home in Parsons versus Coffeyville. So Thursday night, don't get very many Thursday night games, but we're going to have a Thursday night at home against Coffeyville. And then the Vikings will go to the Lancer Classic next week. The boys will play Monday, Thursday, Saturday. Girls will play Tuesday, Friday, Saturday, but we do not have the times yet on those games. I think it just depends on the seeding and such. So it's typically, I feel like we're either the late game or the second to late game on the girls and boys.
Yep.
But it just kind of depends on, I think it just depends on the seeding too, Scott.
Yeah,
because
it does.
Because I think the Lancers, they like to play the late game. They're girls and boys, no matter what their seeding is.
Yeah.
So if it's possible we match up against them, we might see one of them. So the Lady Vikes underway. Braylon Mitchell quickly gets it down the court. Now pass all the way around the key. Now trying to get it down low. Veely knocks it out of bounds, and it will stay with the Lady Vikes under their own basket. As we get underway with basketball in 2025. Hard to believe it's 2025, but here we are. And Alex Stoneberger with it up top, gets it to Cadence Ball. Ayana tries to get in the lane, kicks it back out. Down to 14 seconds on the shot clock, and it's going to go out of bounds again, down to 12 seconds now. Parsons ball under their own basket. Hinman Mitchell will inbounds. And she looks to get down low to Cadence Ball, kicks it back out to Stoneberger. Down to 9 seconds. Cadence Ball, three-pointer no good. And shot clock violation.
She got rid of it.
And it's going to be, I don't know if she would have got it off anyway, Scott, but it goes out of bounds. And turnover to the Lady Bulldogs. Well, one thing the Lady Vikings did there is run a lot of clock.
That's true.
Near turnover by the Lady Bulldogs. And now it is a turnover. So 7:15 to play first quarter. Lady Vikes get the ball back here. Both teams might struggle to score, Scott.
Yeah, it's very possible.
There's Maddox with the steal. Veely missed shot, and she fouled. I think she fouled Stoneberger, so Veely will pick up her first foul.
Both teams putting pressure on in the backcourt.
Yep. Hinman Mitchell gets it to Robertson. Robertson loses it. Here comes Brooklyn Maddox. Maddox looking for Veely in the corner. Kicks it back out to Morse. Back to Veely. She's wide open. I'm surprised she didn't shoot that. Now Stoneberger guarding her. Now the freshman loses the handle, and Lady Vikes, they're going to call jump ball. I hate those jump balls like that. Unbelievable. So Lady Bulldogs now going to get the possession on the jump ball. Maddox, the inbounds. And now Maddox for a three-pointer, and it's good. So Brooklyn Maddox gets the first points of the game, and that's what I'm afraid of, Scott. She's a good player. Now Hinman Mitchell kicks it back out all the way across. Sayla Ray thought about the three. She should have just shot that. Now she will shoot a three. It's off. And rebounded by Peck. Here comes Maddox. Guarded by Stoneberger. 6 minutes to play, first quarter. 3-0 Lady Bulldogs with the three-point advantage. Now stolen by Robertson. And she's going to pass it to Sayla Ray down low and scores it. So Sayla Ray gets her first basket. 3-2. Lady Bulldogs with a 1-point advantage. 5:45 and counting to go, first quarter. They need to get it across. Maddox gets it stolen. Hinman Mitchell gets it to Sayla Ray. Vikings have numbers. Sayla takes it in, scores it, and is fouled. Wow, Scott.
Good to see Sayla.
I'm very impressed with that. You know, she never really had that when she was a sophomore. She was typically just an outside shooter only. And hopefully, that could have been something they've been working on these last few weeks. She's driving to the basket, and that's 2 baskets in a row, and she's got a free throw coming, and that's good. 5-3, Lady Vikings with the 2-point lead. And McLennan just checked into the game for the Lady Bulldogs. Yeah. And they're going to call a foul on Robertson, I believe.
Yeah, she was riding her for several seconds. I'm a little surprised they didn't blow the whistle earlier.
Yeah.
But
and that's the type of fouls we don't need.
Right.
Especially on Robertson. We need her in the game. Maddox, the inbounds, gets it in to Spencer. And now Veely with it, back up top to Morse. Now Veely trying to get an open person. They're going to call travel. I missed it,
yeah,
Scott.
she took steps.
I'm blocked out over here. We got a full cheerleading squad here from Parsons, and it's good to see the cheerleaders here, but I think they're blocking that
yeah,
corner,
we don't have. It's not the greatest
vantage point.
It's hard to get a good vantage point when you're on the road.
Yeah, you gotta go wherever they tell you.
Yep.
Alex Stoneberger with it. 5 minutes to play, first quarter. Lady Vikes lead by 2, 5-3. Robertson back to Stoneberger. I thought Stoneberger moved her pivot foot. Heidi Schultz now in the game. She played good in the JV game. Robertson picks up her dribble. That might have been a mistake, and I think she threw it away.
Yep.
Sure enough.
But, you know, the Lady Vikes aren't going to be able to press a lot of teams this year, but good recognition by Coach Kroll. He knew that they could probably press Indy, and they've already forced them into 4 turnovers.
Yep, here's almost another near turnover. Spencer gets it ahead, and now Veely kicks it back out to Morse. All the way around to Maddox for 3. This time no good. Hinman Mitchell with the rebound. She's going quickly the other way. I thought she's going to pull up from 3. Now Robertson traveled.
Right idea, though.
Yep. Tough turnover there, because I think we had him on the ropes there. Now Maddox. Up the floor to Morse. Now to Veely. Right underneath the basket to Spencer. She ties the game. Caitlin Spencer with her first basket. 5-5. And now a near steal. And still a fight for the ball. And the Bulldogs come up with it. and go to the basket and score it. And Morgan McLennan gets her first basket. 7-5 Bulldogs, and we got a timeout on the floor.
Yeah, 30
and
second
it's just
break.
a 30-second. We're just going to keep it here. 7-5 though, Scott. I mean, in the early going, I don't think the Vikings are doing too bad of a job. I think they kind of are rushing a little bit on their offense. I think if they were just a little bit more patient and let some things develop, I think they could probably get some open looks.
Yeah, I agree. And it looks like the teams are probably pretty equal. And I know you mentioned that one of Indy's top players in street clothes, but from what we've seen so far, Lady Vikes should be able to hang with Indy, and man, it would be wonderful to get that first win of the year.
Oh, no kidding. I know Coach Kroll is definitely would love to see that. And Lady Vikes to inbounds, get it into Hinman Mitchell. Still got the pressure in the backcourt here. And kick it to Robertson. Robertson leans in. Now Sayla Ray with it, back to Robertson. Some quick passes. Now Hinman Mitchell's open, missed the shot, and rebound goes to Indy. Maddox with it. She throws a baseball pass all the way down to Peck. Peck gets a layup and misses it. But there underneath the basket to clean it up was Caitlin Spencer, and she gets fouled, so Caitlin Spencer will go to the line to shoot 2. So 7-5 Bulldogs. 3:23 to play first quarter. Caitlin Spencer at the line to shoot 2 to try to add to the Lady Bulldog lead. First free throw is up and good. Very quiet in this gym whenever she's shooting that free throw, Scott.
Yeah, it really is.
All right, Spencer at the line for a second free throw. It is up and no good. Rebound to the Vikings. Hinman Mitchell pulls it down. 8-5. Lady Vikes trail by 3. 3:16 and counting first quarter. Cadence ball, spin move, gets in the paint, kicks it back out. Sayla Ray gets the elbow. Now nearly threw it away, and she does throw it away. Now Veely, Sarah Veely, almost lost control. Now Peck pulls up, no good. Rebound, Lady Vikes. Here comes Sayla Ray, nearly traveled there. Now Stoneberger with it. 2:42 to play, first quarter. Robertson, Sayla Ray in the corner. Hinman Mitchell all the way back to Cadence Ball. Now Sayla Ray for a 3, and it's good. Sayla Ray with 8 points. She has all 8 points for the Lady Vikes. 8-8, 2:21 to play, first quarter. Brooklyn Maddox nearly throws it away. And now they're going to get a foul on Stoneberger, I believe.
Traveling violation.
They called it travel before the foul?
Yep.
Wow. I did not see that. I've seen more traveling on the last couple of possessions than that could have been on that one. But we'll take it. 8-8, 2:14 play first quarter. Braylon Hinman Mitchell bringing it up the court, guarded by Addison Morse. Ayana Robertson gives it off. Melissa Kelly just checked into the game. She's a senior for the Lady Vikes, and drive to the basket and missed the shot, but she got her own rebound and then was fouled as Braylon Hinman Mitchell. So Braylon will go to the line to shoot 2. The Lady Vikes chance to take the lead here with 1:52 to play, first quarter. That one is off the mark. If we can just get over that double digit each quarter, and get into the 40s, I think that would be big. That's our 9th point, 9-8. And here comes McLennan, now Maddox, Morse, and knocked out of bounds, and it hits our table. We're that close to the court.
It will happen again before the night is over.
So, Lady Bulldogs 2 inbounds. Maddox gets it into Peck. She loses it, but gets it back. Now Morse. Back up top to McLennan. And now another steal by Robertson, but it goes out of bounds off her leg. It's just so close there that. Now over the top, and Spencer misses the shot. Rebound, and now Maddox has it and is fouled. So 2 missed shots and 2 offensive rebounds, and then a foul is called. And now Brooklyn Maddox, who hit a 3-pointer in the early going, will go to the line to shoot 2. 1:25 to play first quarter. First free throw is no good. And Maddox will have a second one to try to tie this game at 9. Second free throw's up, and also no good. Robertson with the rebound. Now she quickly down the court, throws it deep, and it goes out of bounds off of Spencer. So Lady Vikes will get possession underneath their own basket. 1:20 to play first quarter. I'm not sure who she saw there because Spencer was in the throwing lane that whole way, I believe. Now they get it inbounds. Cadence ball. And Hinman Mitchell gets back up top to Robertson. 1:11 to play here, first quarter. 9-8, Lady Vikes lead. Now Calissa Kelly with it in the paint, kicks it out. Now Hinman Mitchell loses it. It's going to stay with the Lady Vikes, knocked out of bounds by Vile. Now McLennan checks back in. Sailor Ray checks back in. Sailor Ray with 8 of the 9 points for the Lady Vikes. And we talked about it pregame, Scott, that Sailor needs to get in double digits, and
she's almost
nearly
there.
She's nearly there in the first 6 minutes of the game. And they're going to get a 5-second violation, I believe.
Yep. And that last 3 that Sailor hit was not an easy shot.
No.
She came around, I think, off a screen and just kind of, it's almost like a turnaround from deep in the corner.
Yeah, it was nice. Under a minute to play here, first quarter. McLennan gets it down low to Peck. And now Cadence Ball steals it. And Stoneberger has it taken right back. And they're going to get a foul on Stoneberger? Wow. Well, that's Stoneberger's first. 45 seconds to play. First quarter. Veely with it in the backcourt. Spin move. Oh, that's got to be something. He's right in front of the ref, Scott. I don't understand it. Now Spencer underneath scores it. Yep.
Tough break for the Lady Vikes.
Yeah, it's definitely a travel of something. So now Caitlin Spencer with the basket. And she is fouled, so she'll go to the line. So 10-9 Bulldogs. And Spencer will go to the line to shoot 1. 33.7 seconds to play. First quarter.
Spencer's a couple inches taller than Ayana, but Ayana could elevate over her.
Yeah, 100%. Free throw is no good. Rebound goes deep, and it's rebounded by Independence. Now Maddox with it. Throws it away. Lady Vikes catch a break there. I don't think it was touched by the Lady Vikes, so I think it's Lady Vikes ball.
Yep.
So Cadence ball will inbounds. Gets it in. Now that pressure in the backcourt causing Lady Vikes, they got to get it across half court. They're going to call a bump on Maddox, I believe.
Sure enough.
So that's a second on Maddox. That's a silly foul, Scott.
Yeah, you have to be a little bit smarter than that.
She's too important to this offense with Lemos not playing. I mean, it's her and Spencer pretty much. I mean, I would say it's probably going to be 80% of their offense. Now it's going to be a foul on Vele.
Nope. They say that Robertson stepped on the
line?
sideline.
Oh, no.
9th turnover of the first quarter for the Lady Vikes.
Wow.
7 turnovers for Indy so far.
Well, Lady Vikes still in it, 10-9. Morse with it. 13 seconds to go in the quarter. Alvili. She throws it. Shot missed and goes out of bounds. It's going to say it's Vikings ball with 4 seconds to play here in the first quarter. So Sayla Ray will inbounds it, but the Lady Vikes only have 4 seconds to get a shot off to end this quarter. Throw it over the top to Stoneberger. Now it's nearly stolen. And now no shot is going to be taken. So Lady Vikes trail 10-9, which isn't too bad. Let's take a 30-second break. You're listening to Viking basketball on V93.
Discover what you've been missing in Parsons, Kansas. Curious Minds Discovery Zone, a children's museum that inspires a love of learning with hands-on exhibits for all ages to imagine, create, learn, and discover. Kids enjoy looking through microscopes, building on our magnetic ball run wall, creative play in our doctor's office or grocery store, and lots more. Discover, explore, Parsons, Kansas.
Welcome back to Independence, Kansas. Tony Fuentes, Scott Marlowe, and Lady Vikes fought hard that first quarter, down just 10-9. And like you said, Scott, I mean, 9 turnovers. I mean, cut down on some of them turnovers, and you know, we could have the lead here at halftime if they can cut down on some of them turnovers and make some baskets.
Well, and you mentioned wanting to have scored in double digits every quarter.
Yep.
Not quite there with those 9 points. You know, I'd like to see, you know, if the Lady Vikes can have a couple of back-to-back, you know, just really even put up 15 points in a quarter, you know, Indy might have trouble matching that pace.
Yeah. Lady Vikes get the ball to start the second quarter. Heidi Schultz with it. And it goes out of bounds. It's going to stay with the Lady Vikes under their own basket. So 7:53 to play, second quarter. 10-9, Lady Vikes trail by 1. Cadence ball to inbounds. Gets it into Sayla. Now Robertson back to Cadence ball. Up top to Schultz. Just a lot of little passes around the top of the key. Looking for an open cutter. There's really nothing in the middle of the paint. Oh, Sayla should have been looking for that one. I think she could have got an easy layup.
That was a layup, yeah. She wasn't expecting the pass.
So another turnover for Lady Vikes. 7:32 to play. Second quarter, 10-9 Bulldogs. And Braylon Hinman-Mitchell checks back in for Heidi Schultz. Brooklyn Maddox gets it up court to McLennan. Back to Maddox. She's guarded by Cadence ball in the corner. And underneath to Spencer. She's going to be a problem underneath. And now Maddox gets an offensive rebound, throws it up. I'm not so sure if that's a foul. That's that's pretty soft. 7:14 to play. Brooklyn Maddox will go to the line to shoot 2. That's the first foul on Cadence ball. Maddox's first free throw is good. Maddox missed both of the free throws in the first quarter. She gets the first one here, makes it 11-9. She'll have one more. Second free throw is no good. Rebound goes to Hinman-Mitchell. Nearly throws it away. Now Cadence ball throws it away. Sarah Veely going all the way, missed the shot. Now here comes Hinman-Mitchell quickly. Gets it up court to Robertson. They're going to call travel on Robertson. That's the second time she's just caught it and kind of taken a step before she puts it on the floor. So 6:58, 11-9, second quarter.
Stats are pretty even, Tony, except for one area. Indy leading the Lady Vikes 5-1 on the offensive glass.
Yeah, that's tough. You get those extra looks, you're bound to hit some of them. They just throw it away. So Lady Vikes catch a break here as it goes out of bounds. And Lady Vikes will inbounds. And I thought they were going to back the press off, but they're not. Stoneberger should just go deep right here.
Yep.
Now get it into Schultz. Gets across to Sayla Ray. They get it across half court. Now Sayla with it. Needs some help. Gets it to Stoneberger. Now underneath to Hinman Mitchell. Some quick passes by Lady Vikes here. Now Hinman Mitchell with it way out top. Down to 10 seconds on the shot clock. Hinman Mitchell might need to just pull it up. There's Schultz trying to drive, and she goes underneath. They're going to call travel. Another turnover. Is that 3 for the quarter?
Yes, we had 4. Had
4.
9, I believe 9 in the first quarter, and now we're up to 13 for the first half.
McLennan with it. Maddox. Now baseline, they're going to call her for a travel. That ref likes to call travels. He is not letting them get away with anything, traveling-wise. The Indy coach is not too thrilled about it. Here comes Hinman Mitchell. Wow, that's got to be a push or something. No call. Now Hinman Mitchell needs some help. All the way across to Stoneberger, which puts it on the floor and scores it. So Alex Stoneberger gets her first basket and ties the game 11. 5:42 to play. Second quarter. And Lady Vikes did a steal. Here's Stoneberger. And she loses it. Another turnover by Lady Vikes. And now they're going to call turnover.
Oh, yeah, traveling on Indy.
So 3 turnovers in a matter of 2 seconds. I guess that sometimes happens in basketball. Turnover, turnover, turnover. And here comes Sayla Ray with it. Gets the elbow and then kicks it back out. Back up top to Robertson. Quickly to Stoneberger. Lady Vikes trying to be more patient with it. With that zone defense, there's no open looks. Sayla's just going to launch. She makes it. Sayla Ray double digits. We talked about that early on, and that's amazing. 14-11. 4:59 to play, second quarter. Lady Vikes lead by 3. And Vele gets it down low, missed shot. And they're going to say it's off the Lady Vikes. And Indy inbounds underneath their own basket. Spencer with it in the paint, kicks it over. Maddox with an easy layup. So Brooklyn Maddox now with 6 points. 14-13, Lady Vikes a 1-point lead. Now near still by Veely. 4:37 to play, second quarter. Caden Small going to check back in for Schultz. Lady Vikes have just went 1 deep on the bench so far in this game. Now a steal by McLennan. And she's going to go in for the layup. It's blocked by Cadence Ball.
That was impressive.
That was a great block. He jumped up and got all ball. 4:32 to play. Second quarter, and we got a timeout. Let's take it with them. 30-second timeout. You're listening to Viking Basketball on V93.
Bowen Pharmacy supports the Parsons Vikings here, and here, and here. It's our goal to keep you covered. At Bowen Pharmacy, we give no excuses for you not to make it to the game. And it's always a great day to be a Viking.
Welcome back to Independence, Kansas at Independence High School. Lady Vikes with a narrow 14-13 lead over the Lady Bulldogs. 4:32 to play before halftime. Scott, I mean, they're turning the ball over a lot, but Indy's turning it over just as much. I mean, I think they're, what are they, within a couple of us?
Yeah, they have 11 turnovers. We have 15.
Wow. So Indy has to have the ball, missed shot, and should have been a foul there, and I think they're going to call it on McLennan. Sure enough, McLennan picks up her second. Yep. Just their first. Cadence ball to inbounds for the Lady Vikes. Still a full court press. If the Lady Vikes can just break this press, they should be able to start getting some easy layups.
Yeah, I still say that Robertson can take her defender one-on-one.
Oh, yeah.
Just hasn't had much of a chance to do it so far.
Terry Draper, sophomore, has checked into the game for Lady Vikes. And near still, but it goes off the Lady Bulldogs. Out of bounds, so it's going to stay the Lady Vikes. Lady Vikes caught a break there because that could have been another steal. Now Sayla gets it. She's guarded by Maddox. Maddox has 2 fouls. If I was Sayla, I would take it straight at her. Now Robertson with it up top. Here in the 4-minute mark here of the second quarter. Stoneberger. And another steal. Well, they're going to call kick ball. It hit her foot. So Lady Vikes catch another break there. They're going to maintain the possession. And a 1-point lead. Roxy Wilson checks in for the Lady Bulldogs for the first time. Got to get it in. It's a quick 5-second count. Terry Draper was wide open there at that 5-second mark and could have had a layup. So back in the press off, the Lady Vikes are. The only one back is Draper. Veely with it. Now Peck back to Veely. And Draper is going to get called for a cheap foul. But she did bump her. Now Brooklyn Maddox will inbounds for the Lady Bulldogs. 3:52 to play, second quarter. Veely. I wanted to get the Spencer to go baseline here, I think. Close to Kelly there, cut it off. Lady Vikes pick it up. Here goes Sayla Ray. Sayla goes up, misses the layup, but Draper's there, misses the second shot. And now they're going to say Independence had the rebound. I don't know what they called there.
Too many bodies in the way. I could not tell what happened.
I think somebody stepped out of bounds maybe. Independence does have the ball at 3:31 to play second quarter. Morse with it. Back to Veely. Now Wilson, who just checked into the game, throws it up and makes it. So Rexy Wilson has her first points and gives Indy the lead. Quickly the other way, and it's stolen by the Bulldogs again. Another turnover. Now here come the Lady Bulldogs. 15-14 Bulldogs. And now a missed shot, and here comes Sayla Ray back the other way. She's going to try to go all the way, and she scores it. Sayla Ray having a great game in double digits already here in the first half. 16-15 Lady Vikes with a 1-point lead, 2:42 and counting second quarter, and a near still there. And now a trap. They're going to call a hold, maybe on Sayla Ray. Nope, they called it on Draper.
Yep.
That's the second on Draper. She just checked into the game just less than 2 minutes ago. Lady Vikes with a 1-point lead, 16-15. Trying to get that first win of the season. Morse with it. Guarded by Cadence Ball all the way out. Now Veely for a three, and it's good. Sarah Veely with her first basket, and that's a big one. 18-16. Now quickly the other way goes Hinman Mitchell. And it's off the hands of a Lady Bulldog out of bounds. So Hinman Mitchell will inbounds under their own basket. So 18-16, the Lady Vikes trail by 2. And Hinman Mitchell needs to get it in. She gets it in the ball. Now Draper goes in the paint and scores it. Carrie Draper with her first basket. Tie game, 18-all. 2 minutes to play till halftime. Spencer with it down low. Double team, throws it up. Rebounded by Mitchell. Braylon, guarded by Veely. Gets it to Cadence Ball. Back to Mitchell. Now Draper wants a three. No good. Calissa Kelly, you're going to get over the back call probably. So 1:40 to play before halftime. 18-18. Lady Bulldogs with the possession here. Man, they're like one checks in and then they wait until they get all the way on the court, and then another one checks in, wait till they get all the way on the court, and then, I mean, that's three players in a row. It's like they're doing it on purpose to give them a little breather, which they could be. So McLennan gets it back to Morse. Gets it to Maddox. She's guarded by Draper. Draper is all over her. Now McLennan nearly lost it. Now back out top. Now nearly stolen, but Spencer has it, and she loses it. And I think it's going to, no, it's going to go to Lady Vice.
I think that's the right call.
It went between her legs.
Right through Kelly's legs, it looked like.
Wow, we'll take it. 111, 18-18. Yeah, they get it into Hinman Mitchell. She's guarded by Spencer. Throw it quickly down the court. Calissa Kelly puts it up. No good. And she fouled Independence here, and that might be free throws,
Yeah,
Scott.
that'll be 2 at the other end. That was their 5th foul. They only had 1 a few minutes ago, and, boy, they racked up 4 quick ones.
So that's going to be the Lady Bulldogs a chance to take the lead at the free throw line with 1:02 to play here in the first half. So McLennan, who scored a basket early on in the game, will go to the line. First free throw is no good.
They haven't done themselves any favors at the free throw line, Tony. I showed them just 2 out of 8.
Yeah, I think you are exactly right. Yeah, McLennan will have one more here. 18-18, she can break the tie. Missed it, but a rebound by Spencer. Puts it up, no good. Now Hinman Mitchell gets the rebound. Lady Vikes caught a break there because Spencer had a good look. Now near steal. Now Draper wants to go all the way. Draper gets in the paint. Now she throws it away. And Veely almost double dribbled. It gets it down court, and it's turnover for the Lady Bulldogs. They just seem like they're a little bit out of control as well, Scott. I think if they were to settle down a little bit, I think they could possibly do some damage on the offensive side. Down to 41 seconds now.
Been a little sloppy on both ends.
Stoneberger with it. 18-18, Lady Vikes tied. And now it's just stolen straight by Brooklyn Maddox. Quickly up the floor to McLennan. Across the Vele, blocked by Stoneberger. But it's going to stay with the Lady Bulldogs. 27.5 seconds before the half. And that's going to be a timeout, just a 30 seconds. So we're just going to keep it here. Lady Vikes, if we can keep them from getting a little cheap one here right before half, we could possibly go into halftime with a tie game here.
Yeah, that'd be nice. I'm sure Indy coaching staff wants them to take the last shot, obviously, because the shot clock will be turned off. But I tell you, it's been a turnover fest by both teams. So maybe Lady Vikes can force Indy into a turnover and maybe get a run out and a layup at the other end.
That'd be nice.
But man, the second half, Tony, Lady Vikes, they're going to have to get Robertson involved on the offensive end. Her touches have been limited. And
every time she's touched the ball, she's either been at the elbow or higher.
Yep.
I think she's most of the time been outside the arc. And so now here's Peck, McClennan. Now Maddox with it. They're going to say it went out of bounds off of Draper. So 22 seconds. Maddox will inbounds. And she throws out top to Vele. Now shot missed.
Wow,
and here comes Hinman Mitchell. 15 seconds. Now Draper lost it out of bounds. Another turnover by the Lady Vikes. Wow. That was one I thought could be a good run out. And Draper just mishandled it. Now here comes Maddox. Quickly going the other way. Now McClennan back to Maddox. Lady Vikes have done a good job on Maddox. Missed shot by now Draper. Not going to get a shot off, but it's going to be a tie game at the half. So Lady Vikes are going to go to halftime with a tie ball game. Let's take a 2-minute break, and then we'll come back for the Eye Care Associate of Parsons halftime report. You're listening to Viking basketball on V93.
Life is about movement, and the human body is like any high-performance machine. When miles add up, parts wear down, and that's when pain begins, and here's where it ends. At Labette Health, our nationally recognized orthopedic and sports medicine surgeons use advanced techniques to reduce recovery times and relieve pain for miles to come. Feel like new again at Labette Health in Parsons, Kansas. For more information, go to labettehealth.com.
At Labette Community College, we're passionate about medicine and compassionate about people. Our highly trained instructors provide innovative career-specific education in the field of diagnostic medical sonography. Do you already have an associate or bachelor's degree in healthcare? Earn an additional certification in sonography. LCC offers a 12-month completely online program with a clinical component. In as little as 1 year, specialize in OB, abdomen, or vascular. For more information, text pound SONO to 620-293-6671 today. Apply online at labette.edu.
At Labette Center, we have worked hard to make it easier than ever to start on your journey to wellness. The center provides a full range of mental health and substance use services to individuals of all ages. With expanded services and same-day access, you can begin your journey when you are ready. Visit our website at lcmhs.com to find out more about our services and begin your journey to wellness today. Labette Center for Mental Health. Help for today. Hope for tomorrow.
Tonight, and we are in a tie ball game at the half. Lady Vikes 0-6 on the season, Indy 1-5 on the season, so both teams in much need of a victory. Let's run down the scores. First for the Lady Bulldogs, they're led by Brooklyn Maddox with 6, Caitlin Spencer with 5, Sarah Veely with 3, Morgan McClennan with 2, Roxy Wilson with 2, and Lady Vikes, we talked about it early, Scott. Sayla Reyes needs to get in double digits, but she got 13 here in the first half, and but the rest of the team just kind of struggling. Alex Stoneberger with 2, Terry Draper with 2, and Hinman Mitchell with just 1. And you talked about getting Robertson some looks, and hopefully Coach Kroll can draw some stuff up at the break and kind of see what what the
Yeah.
defense is going to allow her.
I kind of wonder if Robertson, since she's given up a couple of inches, thinks that she can't maybe score over her defender. But I don't know if she can score over her, but I know she can elevate over her.
Exactly.
And so to me, you got to at least give it a couple of shots.
Yep, I agree.
And see what happens, because it's great to see Sayla Ray get off the snide a little bit. 13 first half points is huge, but she can't do it all by herself.
No.
So we'll see how it goes. Neither team shot particularly well. Lady Vikes not bad, 7 out of 21, 33.3%. Indy 7 out of 24, 29.1%. Lady Vikes won the rebounding battle 15-11, although they did get doubled up by Indy on the offensive glass. Turnovers, big time issue for both teams. 20 for the Lady Vikes and 14 for the Lady Bulldogs. Indy just 22.2% from the free throw line, 2 out of 9, and unofficially had the Lady Vikes 2 out of 3 for 66.6%.
Yeah, I mean, looking at those stats, you would almost think that Indy would have a 5 to 7 point lead. Just based on the the turnovers and things like that, because they had 6 more turnovers, double the amount of offensive rebounds. But the Lady Vikes, I mean, they fought hard. I mean, defensively they played pretty well. I mean, Cadence Ball had a nice clean block on a girl going in for a unattested layup. I mean, she was going in, and Cadence Ball just caught up and just slapped it out of bounds.
Yep.
I mean, so Lady Vikes they're scrapping together and trying to get that first win. So it's going to be interesting to see how both teams adjust at halftime, because that second half can be completely different from the way this first half went. I mean, we've seen that on both sides, the girls and boys side. You can go into halftime and come out of the locker room and be in a complete different it's just like a complete different world,
Yeah.
You come out and things just start happening. So it'll be interesting to see, which team comes out of the locker room and wants to kind of try to take this game over.
Yeah, it may come down to turnovers, Tony. If one team can cut their first half turnover total, they can cut that in half.
Yeah.
You have that many more possessions to work with.
Exactly.
And obviously the teams are pretty evenly matched, tied up at 18 at the break. So hopefully the Lady Vikes, this is their best chance so far to get a win. And I know Coach Kroll and the girls would love to get that first one in the win column. And just like you said, you never know what adjustments are going to be made in the locker room. And sometimes when it's close at halftime, the second half, not so much. But I have a feeling this game will probably go down to the last couple of minutes.
Yeah, and then when I was looking at the score, the schedule for Indy, the Coffeyville and Indy was a 49-48 game. So that tells me that we could possibly hang with Coffeyville as well. I mean, and I noticed that when I came down to the Jamboree, which was held in this gym here in Independence, that, the Lady Vikes kind of held their own with Coffeyville. So, it'll be interesting to see even Thursday night, the Lady Vikes could also have a chance in that game as well at home.
Yeah.
So, and then, of course, next week, you're playing some 1A, 2A schools in the Lancer Classic. I mean, there's definitely going to be some chances next week. And I did say earlier, if you didn't hear, the Lady Vikes and the boys team will both be playing in the Lancer Classic next week. The boys will play Monday, Thursday, Saturday. Girls will play Tuesday, Friday, Saturday. And it all just depends on if you win Monday and Tuesday in that first round, then you'll obviously be in the winner's bracket, and it'll definitely be a later game. But if you lose early, man, you're playing 3:30, 4 o'clock, on Thursday and Friday. So I mean, you just really never know.
I think we've been over there at 1 o'clock on Saturday afternoon,
and then played at 8 o'clock.
Yeah,
8 o'clock in the evening in the championship game. I remember one year I feel like the girls played at noon, and then there was like a 6 or 7 hour break, and then then you go have the boys game, later that night. So I mean, about all you can do is just go to Pittsburgh, have dinner, and just kind of chill for a little bit and come back and watch a little bit, maybe watch the championship game with the other side or something, you know. So, but it's always a fun tournament. I've always enjoyed going down there.
Oh,
so,
yeah.
So it'd definitely be some good competition for the boys and girls team. I feel like, you know, these girls, I feel like there's a win coming. If it's not tonight, not Thursday, next week. So I don't want to guarantee it, but I feel like they're going to win in the next 10 to 12 days. So let's take a 1 minute break, and then we'll come back for the second half. This will conclude your eye care associate of Parsons, Drs. Gilmore, Newland, and Ray halftime report. So 1 minute break. You're listening to Viking basketball on V93.
At Labette Community College, we're passionate about medicine and compassionate about people. Our highly trained instructors provide innovative career-specific education in the field of diagnostic medical sonography. Do you already have an associate or bachelor's degree in healthcare? Earn an additional certification in sonography. LCC offers a 12-month completely online program with a clinical component. In as little as 1 year, specialize in OB, abdomen, or vascular. For more information, text pound SONO to 620-293-6671 today. Apply online at labette.edu.
Discover what you've been missing in Parsons, Kansas. Curious Minds Discovery Zone, a children's museum that inspires a love of learning, with hands-on exhibits for all ages to imagine, create, learn, and discover. Kids enjoy looking through microscopes, building on our magnetic ball run wall, creative play in our doctor's office or grocery store, and lots more. Discover, explore, Parsons, Kansas.
Welcome back to Independence High School. Tony Fuentes, Scott Marlowe, and we are in a tie game in the ladies basketball game here. 18-18 at the half. 2 quarters left to play, and the Lady Vikes will have the first, well, never mind. They thought they had the first possession, but Brooklyn Maddox is like, nope, it's our ball. Maddox gets it into Veely. So the sophomore Veely playing pretty good here as a sophomore, getting a lot of minutes. And now near steal by Terry Draper, who continues to play in the game. She didn't come in till about halfway through the second quarter, didn't play the entire first quarter. And I think Coach Crow likes what he sees from her. I think she's got a little bit of a spark, able to use her speed. So now Veely with it. Kicks it back up top to Peck. Now Veely at the elbow. She's going to try to drive. Gets it underneath to Spencer. Missed layup. And here comes Robertson. She throws it ahead to Draper. Draper walked, but they didn't call it. And now fight for the ball, and Maddox comes up with it. And here goes the Lady Bulldogs quickly up the head. And now a steal by Hinman Mitchell. Hinman Mitchell's going to try to cross over, and she loses it out of bounds. I thought it went off of Morse, but I guess not. I thought it hit Morse in the shoulder.
I didn't have a good look at it.
And here comes the Lady Bulldogs again. Already quite a few turnovers. And now Peck. Nice shot from the corner, 2-point basket from Mia Peck. And that breaks the tie. And now a steal by Veely. She takes it in for layup and is fouled by Hinman Mitchell. So just like that, Scott, just the silly turnovers, and now Indy's got a chance to take a double basket lead here, multiple possession. I think that's going to be big. You know, if you can get a 4 or 5 point lead in a game like this, it's going to seem like a 10-point lead. Veely's first free throw is no good. They have struggled from the free throw line. Only making, what, 2 of 11?
I've got him for 2 of 10, but
2 of 10?
I may have missed one. But yeah,
I
better than
I think
20%.
I'm already counting the circle for Veely's second one. Now 2 of 11 now. But Spencer gets an offensive board and an easy putback, but she misses it. And now Cadence ball quickly the other way. They just need to take care of the basketball. Draper with it. Draper gives it off to Hinman Mitchell. Spin move. And they're going to call offensive on who? I missed it.
May have just been a turnover.
Nope, they call it offensive foul on Robertson. Second foul. Huh. I missed it. Now the Lady Bulldogs with the possession again. 20-18, Lady Vikes trail by 2. Morse with it way out top. Gives it off to Maddox. Maddox gets in the lane. Floater's no good. It's like the Lady Vikes didn't want to rebound it. And now they throw it away. And they're going to get a jump ball. Lady Vikes will get the possession off the jump ball, I believe. Didn't Indy get the ball to start the half?
Yes, they did.
I don't know.
And
yeah, I think they're just now realizing it.
Yeah, and they have it right.
Yeah,
at the scorers table.
So Lady Vikes possession. 6:05 to play third quarter, and that press is causing us fits. I thought it was going to be our third 5-second call, Scott.
Yeah, that was close.
We had 2 of them in the first half, and now another turnover.
Lady Vikes caught a break there too. Indy got the steal, but 2 players ran into each other, causing the ball handler to fall over and get a traveling call on Indy.
Yeah, we definitely caught a break there. Hinman Mitchell to inbounds under our own basket. Get it into ball. Now knocked away by Veely. Lady Vikes maintain the possession. 20-18, Lady Vikes trail by 2. Sailor Ray goes baseline. Gets blocked by Maddox. That was a pretty clean block.
Yeah, that was a nice defensive play.
Lady Vikes to inbounds again. Hinman Mitchell gets it in. Sailor Ray back to Mitchell. And they're going to call a travel on Braylon.
Tony, I think the Lady Vikes, if all they have to do is set 1 screen for Robertson.
Yeah. She should have layups all day.
Yeah.
Now Draper all over Maddox. Now McLennan for a 3, and it's good. So that's a big basket for Morgan McLennan. Gets her 5 points now. 5-point lead at 23-18. Sailor Ray back to Draper. Wow. That's a quick traveling call. But he's been all over the travels.
5-0 start here in the second half for Indy, so Lady Vikes have to figure out a way to turn the tide here quickly.
Yeah, that's one thing the Lady Vikes have struggled to do is score. So that's why I'm afraid if Indy gets off to a hot start here in the second half, it could be tough to come back. Missed shot now by Maddox and rebounded by Hinman Mitchell. And she gets it quickly up the court. Stoneberger now ball. Now Robertson and is fouled. And they got that extra pass to Ayana Robertson, and she's going to go to the line to shoot 2 free throws. So this will be her first trip to the line. That might have been her first shot attempt. First free throw is no good. 23-18, Lady Vikes trail by 5. 4:58 to play third quarter. Robertson's second free throw is good. So she gets her first point. 23-19. Lady Vikes scored 9 points in each quarter so far. Need to score at least 9 or more in this quarter. And now a near steal. It is a steal. They're going to call a foul. Another jump ball. So if it's a jump ball, it should be Indy's ball. Yeah, so they're all confused now. So now Maddox, the inbounds for Indy, gets it in to Peck. And they're going to call another jump ball, and it's going to be Parsons' ball. That's a good call there. Because she went up, and it was just stuffed.
It was all ball, yeah.
Yep. So now Hinman Mitchell to inbounds for the Lady Vikes. Got to get it in, got to get it in. They got a timeout by Coach Kroll, realizing he's about ready to be another turnover. And I don't know if it's a 30 or full.
30.
30-second. We'll just keep it here. 4:41 to play, third quarter. Lady Vikes trail 23-19. So this is step. Go ahead.
Well, just the one free throw by Robertson. We said in the pregame the one thing that Lady Vikes couldn't have was, that quarter where you only score 4 or 5 points.
Yeah.
And that's kind of what we're looking at right now. So they've got to get things clicking on the offensive end. I'm not too worried about things on the defensive end. I think they're going to stay solid the whole game.
Yeah.
And I think they'll continue to force Indy into some turnovers, but they have to start clicking a little bit on the offensive end.
Yeah, they definitely need to break this press and get some easy baskets, which I think if they can just get through the press like Hinman Mitchell's trying to do here without turning it over. Now Sayla Ray is going to shoot it. Off the mark, no good, and it's a steal by the Lady Vikes to get it back. And now Sayla Ray needs some help, gets it to Robertson. Now Stoneberger nearly throws away. Spencer knocked it out of bounds. So Lady Vikes is going to get inbounds underneath their own basket. 4:17 to play, third quarter. 23-19. And much need of a basket right here. Stoneberger, Robertson. Robertson back out top. Now Mitchell, and that gets it to Sayla Ray for a three. No good. Spencer with the rebound for the Bulldogs. And now a travel. Wow, he's calling a lot of travels. Whew. Yeah, really, I think took an extra step there trying to throw it all the way down court to McLennan that was sprinting. So Hinman Mitchell will inbounds for Lady Vikes. Get it in Stoneberger. And near steal. Now they're going to say it's off of Hinman Mitchell. Another turnover. Wow. There's just so many opportunities to score, and we're just not taking advantage of any of them. Spin move by Veely. Gets to Maddox for a three. It's going to be an air ball. And almost saved by the Bulldogs, but Lady Vikes will get the possession, but we got to get past that press.
Yeah, only 3 field goal attempts this quarter by the Lady Vikes.
Got to get it in, got to get it in. You got to go. Now here's Mitchell. Oh, look, there you go, right there, layup. Robertson finally gets it. Layup for the Vikings, 23-21. We should have easy buckets like that every time on this press, every time we break it.
Yep.
Every time. Now Maddox. Wow.
Wow, that's a tough call.
I thought Maddox.
She took an elbow to the face, and she got called for the foul.
Yep.
I can't believe that.
We got timeout, Indy. 23-21, 3:20 to play, third quarter. Let's take a 30-second break. You're listening to Viking Basketball on V93.
At Labette Center, we have worked hard to make it easier than ever to start on your journey to wellness. The center provides a full range of mental health and substance use services to individuals of all ages. With expanded services and same-day access, you can begin your journey when you are ready. Visit our website at lcmhs.com to find out more about our services and begin your journey to wellness today. Labette Center for Mental Health. Help for today. Hope for tomorrow.
Welcome back to Independence, Kansas. Tony Fuentes, Scott Marlowe. And we got a 2-point ball game, 23-21. Lady Bulldogs with a 2-point advantage with 3:20 to play third quarter. And Lady Vikes in much need of some offense to try to win this game. And Brooklyn Maddox will inbounds for the Lady Bulldogs after they just called a foul on Alex Stoneberger, as Alex Stoneberger took an elbow to the face. But she was, I guess, in Maddox's space. And, yeah, sometimes you don't see it all. Now Veely with a little floater, no good. It could have been a foul called on Spencer there for over the back. Robertson's going to try to bring it up the court herself. Kicks it back to Cadence Ball. Now underneath the Sailor Ray, missed the layup. Now Lady Vikes fight for the rebound, but now Maddox comes out there with it. And another turnover. Here comes Sayla. And Heidi Schultz ends up with a near turnover again. Now Hinman Mitchell gets it back to Cadence Ball for a long three. And now Hinman Mitchell underneath, and she's fouled. Nice offensive board there by Braylon Hinman Mitchell. And she'll go to the line for 2 free throws. She's 1 for 2 from the free throw line on the game, and she just has just that 1 point. And Hinman Mitchell's been a double-digit scorer this year, so she's got the potential. First free throw is good. I sometimes think she passes on some shots she should take. You know, sometimes she gets open at the elbow and she doesn't take that shot. Second free throw also good, ties the game. 2 big free throws there. 23-23. And Maddox guarded by Robertson. Now nearly thrown away, but Peck has it. And then she took steps.
Coach Kroll can't believe it.
McLennan, missed shot at the other end. Hinman Mitchell throws it up to Cadence Ball. Cadence needs help. They're going to call her for a travel. Wow.
Said I didn't see her pivot foot move.
I didn't either.
Down here at court level, like
Yeah.
we are, it is difficult to see some things. So.
Definitely. Let's just keep it here. We've got a timeout on the floor. Man.
You know, Tony, you mentioned that you thought Hinman Mitchell, you know, sometimes passes up some shots that she should take, and I think you could say that for a lot of the Lady Vikings. And we've talked about this in the past, not just this year, but in previous seasons as well. Lady Vikes, unofficially, 27 turnovers.
Yeah.
Now, I understand the thought process of wanting to work the ball around the perimeter, have some good passing, you know, find that high percentage shot. But there's no high percentage shot when you're turning the ball over 27 times.
I agree.
And so, to me, go ahead. And also, that they have to do what their coach tells them, obviously. But just, in as a broadcaster and a fan of basketball, I'm just thinking, if you have a good look, just go ahead and shoot it.
Yeah.
Because even a missed shot, to me, is better than a turnover.
I'd say 10 of those turnovers are from passes around, from throwing around. So let's say you shoot 33%, and that was a missed shot by Maddox, and now a foul by McLennan. You know, let's say there's 10 turnovers. Let's say you heave up 10 shots on those 10 turnovers, and you're shooting 33%.
Yeah.
That's 3 baskets you make. That's 6 points.
And you have a chance for an offensive rebound off a miss.
So, yeah, Vikings get the ball back off of a foul in the backcourt. And now another foul by Veely. And now we're already at 4 fouls, I believe.
Yeah, that should be their 4th team foul.
So next foul, Lady Vikes are going to go to the line.
Nice job by the Lady Vikes, though, Tony. They were down 23-18, and they've come back to tie it up and a chance to take the lead.
Yeah, here's Stoneberger, gets it back to Hinman Mitchell. I thought she should have just pulled up right there. Now Stoneberger. And now near steal. Sometimes just holding on to that ball just a little bit longer is allowing Indy to get time to come back and get back on you on defense. I think if Lady Vikes get an opening, they should start taking some shots. Stoneberger guard by Spencer now. That's very odd. Is
yeah.
Robertson not? Oh, yeah, she's clear out here. Now I can't see. I missed that whole shot.
Yeah, it was a runner on the baseline by Sayla Ray.
Yeah, some missed shot,
knocked out by Indy.
Lady Vikes continue to possession here and reset the shot clock because the runner hit the rim, so they're completely resetting at 35. Scott. Lady Vikes got plenty of time here. Robertson in the lane, and it's good, but they're going to.
Yeah, I think she drug her pivot foot, but that was a nice aggressive move, and I would love to see that for the final 9 minutes and 40 seconds here.
Yeah, because she made the shot. That would have been a huge point in the game. And now another turnover, and now a fight for the ball. They're going to call another jump ball. A lot of jump balls here in the third quarter. It's about the fifth. Lady Bulldogs.
And, yeah, I think Coach Kroll is saying, wait a minute, shouldn't they just got the last jump ball?
Yeah.
And I was thinking the same thing.
Yeah.
But
it's crazy.
I can't say 100%.
Yep.
So they're going to let Indy keep it.
So hopefully we'll get it on the next jump ball. So Maddox to inbounds. And now a little floater in the lane is good by Peck. So twice I feel like we've gotten some bad luck. And that was another one. 25-23 now by Bulldogs. Because I felt like Veely traveled right in front of the ref earlier.
Right.
Threw it down to Spencer and she made a basket. So that's 4 points now. I feel like that Indy's gotten off of just kind of bad breaks by calls. Now Hinman Mitchell's got to get it in. Got to throw it. Gets it into Stoneberger. Wow. They're so aggressive on defense here. Hinman Mitchell throws it back out to Schultz. Down to a minute to play here in the third quarter. Schultz gets it to Robertson. Robertson should drive that. Sayla Ray for three. No good. And it goes out of bounds. And it'll go over to the Lady Bulldogs. 53 seconds to play third quarter. 25-23. Lady Bulldogs with a 2-point advantage. Lady Vikes only scoring 5 points here. And, man, Stoneberg got hit in the face again and no call. And now McLennan with it. Kicks it back out to Maddox. Now McLennan wants a three, and it's good. So McLennan knocks her second three-pointer of the quarter down. So now back up to a 5-point lead just like that. But Heidi Schultz comes back down and scores for the Lady Vikes. 28-25. 25 seconds left to go here in the third. And now another turnover by the Lady Bulldogs. And here comes Hinman Mitchell. She's going to go all the way to the rack, and she is fouled. So Braylon will go to the line to shoot two. So just like that, Lady Vikes can try to cut it back to 1 or 2 points here before the fourth quarter. And that was the third foul on McLennan. Braylon's first free throw is good. So Braylon is 4 for 5 from the free throw line on the game. And she's going to have one more coming here. 28-26. One more free throw. And it is no good. And goes to the Bulldogs. Here comes Maddox quickly up the floor. And now a blocked shot by Hinman Mitchell. Now down to 6 seconds. And throws it to Schultz. She holds it, and she steps out with .6. Nice try there by Schultz to save that. But Lady Bulldogs probably won't get a very good shot off here. 28-26. And no good on the shot attempt to end the third quarter. So 28-26, Lady Vikes trail by 2, 30-second break. Listen to Viking basketball on V93.
At Labette Community College, we're passionate about medicine and compassionate about people. Our highly trained instructors provide innovative career-specific education in the field of diagnostic medical sonography. Do you already have an associate or bachelor's degree in healthcare? Earn an additional certification in sonography. LCC offers a 12-month completely online program with a clinical component. In as little as 1 year, specialize in OB, abdomen, or vascular. For more information, text pound SONO to 620-293-6671 today. Apply online at labette.edu.
Welcome back to Independence High School. Tony Fuentes, Scott Marlowe. And Scott, just looking down at the scoring from each quarter, score at the end of the first quarter is 10 to 9. So Indy outscored the Vikings by 1. And second quarter is 18-18. Lady Vikes outscored them 9-8. And then that quarter, Lady Bulldogs outscored us 10-8. So if we're going back and forth like that, the Lady Vikes can win the fourth quarter like they did the second quarter.
Yeah.
But by at least three.
Yeah,
we can win this game.
You had said if the Lady Vikes could score
10,
mid
40s,
that they would win, and that definitely holds true now. I'd say
I think if they get the 40,
first team to 40 will probably win this game, and if either team even makes it to 40.
I think at some point in this quarter there's going to be a breakthrough and somebody's going to score some points. I just hope it's us. Now still already you're out the first play is, and now another turnover by Indy. So Lady Vikes get it right back. So that's 2 turnovers in 7 seconds, one by each team. That's just how the game's been. And here comes Alex Stoneberger quickly the other down court, and Veely pokes it out of. I mean, Sarah Veely is just so aggressive on defense. Man, she's got her hands in there.
Yeah, she's a good athlete, quick hands.
She's going to be a thorn in our side for the next couple of years. And now Henry Mitchell just throws it straight up, and it goes to Veely. Another turnover. So I don't even know what to say. Now Maddox for a 3, and it's an air ball. So we're just lucky that they're cold. Maddox has definitely been cold this second half. Now Hinman Mitchell for 3, and it's an air ball. So 2 air balls by 2 pretty good players in the last 10 seconds.
I know I've mentioned it a few times already, Tony, but here in the fourth quarter, Lady Vikes have to figure out a way to get the ball to Robertson down on the block. It's,
McClendon
it's just a must.
Gets it up to Wilson. And knocked out of bounds by Stoneberger. So 7:12 to play, fourth quarter. Lady Vikes trail by 2, 28-26. Scoring has been hard to come by. Veely with it up top, guarded by Sayla Ray. Yeah, Sayla was cold in the third quarter, no points. She had 13 in the first half. And now they're going to call a foul on Robertson, I believe. So that's her third. So Lady Bulldogs to inbounds. And get it up top to Veely. Now Maddox probably going to shoot that 3. She is. This time no good as well. So now McClennan gets it back out top to Veely. Now Maddox. Tries to get it down low. Now in the paint. Wow, there's no way that's a foul. That looked like a block. And now Wilson will go to the line to shoot 2 for the Lady Bulldogs. First free throw is no good. Wilson only played just a few minutes in that second quarter, but she came into the game and scored within the first 30 seconds. And then she just came in the game and scores another point. So she is the reason we're down by 3.
They just threw it away.
Now another turnover by the Lady Vikes. We're not helping ourselves at all. So now Veely with it, guarded by Stoneberger. Now Maddox. Maddox, long two, no good. They're going to call, who's the foul on?
I think they got Stoneberger somehow.
What? Oh, my goodness.
I don't know.
Foul
that's
on
a head
Stoneberger.
scratcher.
Now here is a missed shot. And here comes Sayla Ray. Sayla is fouled. They're going to say it's on the floor. And it's on McClendon. That's her fourth, I believe. Yeah, fourth foul on McClendon. She's going to come out. Peck's going to come in for her. And Morse is going to come back in for Wilson. So Lady Vikes inbounds underneath their own basket. 6:19 to play in the ball game. Throw it up top. Stoneberger has it. And that's knocked out of bounds by Veely.
One possession game, Tony.
Yeah.
Lady Vikes right in this, but they've
just,
got to figure out a way to take care of the basketball.
Yeah, gets it into Robertson. Robertson guarded by, hounded by Maddox, and she just loses it out of bounds. Just another turnover. We can't turn over the ball at this rate and expect to win a game. Yeah, now Veely going quickly the other way. Gets it quickly up the court to Peck. They're going to call her for a travel. So we're just lucky the Independence is making almost as many mistakes as us. We have to score some points. We're yet to score here in the fourth quarter. Hinman Mitchell. Crossover. Now a little. She gets in the paint and gets it to Robertson. Missed shot. Rebound by Robertson. Are they going to call a jump ball again?
Yep.
Wow. And they're going to say possession goes to the Bulldogs. There's been 17 jump balls. Wow. So Brooklyn Maddox will inbounds and now Kroll's like, how do they keep getting every single jump ball? But I think they got the ball at the fourth quarter, or we got the ball at the fourth quarter.
Yep.
But then we turned it over
immediately.
Yep. So that's the whole thing here. Now Morse with it, back to Maddox. Quickly up court to Veely. Now Spencer. Now throw it away. So I mean, every time Indy tries. Think they could get the knockout punch and try to get back up to a 5-point lead, they turn it over. They don't even get a shot at the basket. And now here comes Hinman Mitchell. She carried. They didn't call it. Now back out to Schultz. Now Stoneberger. 5 minutes and 20 seconds and counting here in the ball game. And her pivot foot. Oh, they're going to call a foul. Who are they calling that on? On Brooklyn Maddox. That's her fourth. So Maddox and McClendon both have four. If the Lady Vikes can somehow tie this game and extend it at all, you know. Hinman Mitchell for three. It's an air ball.
That's got to be over the back on Indy.
So Lady Vikes. So what? Are they going to the line, or is it just inbounds?
Should be taking it out from the baseline.
Baseline, yeah.
Three team fouls on each team.
5:09 to play, 29-26. Lady Vikes yet to score here in this quarter. And now they're going to call another hold. This one on Veely, I think. There's a lot of fouls going on. So 4 fouls on Maddox.
Yep.
Oh, that's 5 on Maddox.
Yeah, she's done.
She's done. And now McClendon checks back in. She's got 4. Next foul will send the Lady Vikes to the line for the rest of the game. Any foul from here on out. The Lady Vikes definitely need to take care of the ball. Now Hinman Mitchell put it up, and it's good.
Nice play.
Braylon gets her first basket and 6th point. She had 4 4 from the free throw line. Now she gets her first basket. Now near turnover. Here comes Veely. Now Veely needs help. And now Spencer kicks it back out to Morse. Now Peck for a 3. No good. Rebound McLennan. And now she throws up a prayer. No good. Wow. Fight for the ball. Here comes Sayla Ray. Sayla knocked out of bounds by Veely. Wow, Scott. Unbelievable turn of events. Brooklyn Maddox fouling out is huge because she is definitely the person that inbounds the ball for them. She's the person everything runs through her.
Yes.
Now another turnover by Lady Vikes. Every time we get a chance to try to tie or take the lead, it just doesn't work out. Now Indy, Lady Vikes pressing in the backcourt. They throw it away. Lady Vikes got numbers. Here comes Robertson. Are they going to call a travel?
Yes, they did.
What? I thought she just touched it to her. Well, 4:20 to play, 29-28. Lady Vikes trail by 1. Wow. Unbelievable turn of events here, Scott. I think the Lady Vikes definitely have the advantage skill person-wise in this game, but we just got to keep from turning the ball over.
34 turnovers.
I mean, that
Tony.
is atrocious. And there's still 4:20 to play.
Yeah. 24 for Indy unofficially, so
Yeah.
talking 58 turnovers.
That's a
combined.
lot of turnovers.
So
Yeah. So Lady Vikes could definitely get their first win if they can just get to the basket, and get fouls, and get some free throws. You know, every foul from now on is going to send them to the line.
yeah, and I've got Lady Vikes 4 out of 6 here in the second half from the free throw line. Indy continues to struggle, just 1 out of 4 here in the second half. So, I mean, if it comes down to free throws, you know, Lady Vikes seem to have an advantage there as well.
If we can just keep Spencer from scoring, I think we've got a chance here. So Indy with the possession, get it into Morse. Now back to McLennan. McLennan throws it up court, and it's going to be fouled by Stoneberger.
And then she may have got a finger in the eye as well.
That's going to be the 4th on Stoneberger, I believe. Veely fouled hard in the backcourt. So let's see. I'm pretty sure that's 4 on Stoneberger. They didn't put it on the board yet.
No, they didn't.
There's Veely. She's bumped. Now she's going to go to the line to shoot 2. Lady Vikes, just with a couple of silly fouls in the backcourt, are now going to send.
Didn't need to be that aggressive. There's
Lady
still
Bull-
over 4 minutes to go.
Yeah, Lady Bulldogs are going to go to the line. So Sarah Veely will go to the line. She missed both of them in the third quarter, Scott. So let's see what happens here. First free throw is up. No good. In and out, no good. So maybe this was the right move. So that was just the first foul on Heidi Schultz. Second free throw from Veely is up and also no good. And Spencer's going to get the rebound. They're going to call a jump ball, though. But the Lady Vikes should have this one. And they do. So Hinman Mitchell gets it into Ray. Without Maddox in the game, we should be able to break this press so much easier. Now Hinman Mitchell kicks it to the corner. Back out to Mitchell. And Veely, I thought she was a kick ball. I thought it hit Veely's foot. Did it not hit her foot? That should have been a kick ball.
Yeah, a lot of action out there.
So now Veely will go to the line to shoot 2
more.
more. So Veely 0 for 4 from the free throw line. This one's up, and it's good. 30-28, 2-point lead now for Lady Bulldogs. I still feel like this is Lady Vikes' chance to win.
I agree.
Even if she makes this. Second free throw, no good, and now it's going to be that's got to be a foul on Veely.
Unbelievable that they didn't call that.
They're pointing at somebody. I think they're pointing at Peck. It's
So
going to be
free
Lady
throws
Vikes.
at the other end for the Lady
So
Vikes.
who's the shooter? Sayla Ray? Looks like Stoneberger's stepping up. So Alex Stoneberger has 2 points, hasn't been to the free throw line yet. This will be her first trip to the free throw line. She could tie the game if she knocks down both of them. First free throw is good. 30-29. So Alex will have one more. She can tie the game. 3:51 to play in the ball game. Second free throw is good. Wow. Tie ball game, Scott. 30-30. 3:51. We got a timeout on the floor. Let's see, is it a full?
Yes.
Full timeout. So we're going to take a 30-second break. You're listening to Viking basketball on V93.
With many years of combined experience, Eye Care Associates of Parsons has set the framework in providing comprehensive eye health examinations for all ages and routine vision care for families throughout the four-state area. Our optometrists and staff provide remarkable care with state-of-the-art technology to help with diagnosis and management of eye health conditions. Give us a call or visit our website to schedule your next eye exam. Eye Care Associates of Parsons. Experience modern eye care.
Welcome back to Independence High School. Tony Fuentes, Scott Marlowe, and we're in for a good finish here, Scott. 30-30, 3:51 to play, and it's been a turnover fest, but Lady Vikes have a chance here with I feel like Indy's best player out of the game now with 5 fouls. So McLennan gets it up to Morse, and now near steal, and now Avili has it. And another steal by Lady Vikes. And they're going to say she was out of bounds, I believe.
Or a foul.
Or a foul. Oh, they called a push. They pushed Braylon Hinman Mitchell out of bounds. So we're so far away that we're at the farthest point possible from where that play happened. And so Braylon will go to the line to try to take the lead. And I don't think the Lady Vikes have had the lead since the first quarter. First free throw is no good. Braylon was 4 for 6. Now she's 4 for 7. She's going to have one more here. Second one is good. Lady Vikes with a 31-30 lead. Morse with it, double teamed. Now Bailey. Oh, wow. Now another turnover by the Bulldogs. And they're going to call a double dribble on Sayla Ray. I don't know if I agree with that one either. I don't know. That's just 2 more turnovers to add to the 60 you had. 3:30 to play in the ball game. Spencer gets it to Veely. Veely baseline. Now Spencer with it. Spin move in the lane. Throws it up. No good. Now Veely runs it down. Now McLennan. Veely baseline. Spencer double teamed. Throws it out to Morse. Now Peck and knocks down a long 2. So Peck gives the Indy the lead back at 32-31. Now Lady Vikes trying to settle it down a little bit. Right at about 3 minutes to play in the ball game. Stoneberger guarded by Morse. Stoneberger needs help. She's going to get a 5-second call.
It is.
I don't even think she realized what happened. Another turnover by the Lady Vikes. So Mia Peck came up big with 6 points here in the second half. Lady Bulldogs with a 1-point lead, 32-31. Just under 3 minutes to play in the ball game. Now Peck with it in the corner. She switched pivot foots. They didn't call anything. And now somehow Lady Bulldogs keep it in bounds. Now McLennan back up top. Now a shot thrown up, no good. And Hinman Mitchell gets the rebound. Now Veely up the court. Sayla Ray has it. Now Sayla Ray blocked by Spencer. Now Sayla Ray takes it to the basket, scores it.
They called it an offensive foul, and I don't understand that call at all. Like I said, we don't have a great look at it.
Wow, that's
Looks like he said he
unbelievable.
It says that she extended her arm, but I'd like to see a replay on that just for my own benefit, but I didn't have a good look at it.
That would have been a big basket.
That's
and
tough.
then she would have went to the line. Now McLennan. Now Spencer with it. And she nearly throws it away. Now Spencer back, kicks it out. Feely for three, no good. Spencer with an offensive rebound. They're going to call another jump ball, and it's going to stay with Indy. 1:59 to play in the ball game, 32-31. 1-point game. Independence to inbounds under their own basket. Peck to inbounds. Now Veely with it up top. Three-pointer is good. They're just going to call it a 2. So a 3-point lead now for Lady Bulldogs. And here comes Schultz. Missed the layup, and rebound goes to the Bulldogs. Here comes Veely. 1:42 to play. 34-31. Indy with a 3-point lead. Now a 6-point lead as Morgan McClinning hits her third three-pointer of the second half. So, wow, just like that, Lady Vikes had the 1-point lead. Now they're down by 6. And that seems almost impossible to come back. But now Sayla Ray drives, scores it, and is going to go to the line. So we just need to do a little bit more of that. So Sayla Ray gets her first basket of the second half, gets her up to 15 points. And she's going to go to the line to shoot a free throw to get the Lady Vikes back to one possession if she can knock it down. Free throw is no good. Rebounded by Spencer. Now Morse gets it to Veely. Now foul by Sayla Ray. Going to send Veely to the line, which Veely is 1 for 6, Scott. So probably not a bad foul.
A little bit surprised that she's not shooting free throws better.
And free throw is up and no good. 37-33, 4-point lead. And I just realized that was Sayla Ray's 4th foul. So Robertson back into the game for the Lady Vikes. 1:14 to play in the ball game. Free throws up and rattles in. She gets that one to go. 5-point lead now for the Lady Bulldogs. So Hinman Mitchell. Spin move, kicks it over to ball. And thrown away. Another turnover by the Lady Vikes. Lady Vikes continue just to turn the ball over for really no reason. A lot of times it just seems kind of uncontested. We got a full timeout, so let's take a break with them. 38-33, Lady Vikes control by 5. 30-second break. You're listening to Viking basketball on V93.
At Labette Community College, we're passionate about medicine and compassionate about people. Our highly trained instructors provide innovative career-specific education in the field of diagnostic medical sonography. Do you already have an associate or bachelor's degree in healthcare? Earn an additional certification in sonography. LCC offers a 12-month completely online program with a clinical component. In as little as 1 year, specialize in OB, abdomen, or vascular. For more information, text pound SONO to 620-293-6671 today. Apply online at labette.edu.
Welcome back to Independence High School, Independence, Kansas. Tony Fuentes, Scott Marlowe here. Lady Vikes in a 5-point hole with 1:02 to play, and the Indy Bulldogs have the possession, but having the possession really doesn't matter at this point because there's just been so many turnovers by both teams that this doesn't matter if you have the ball or not. It's just been a turnover fest. So now Peck takes it to the front court, gets it to Veely. Veely takes it back up top. She's just going to try to run some clock. Draper comes out. Now McLennan. Back to Veely.
Surprised they're not fouling.
Yeah. Lady Vikes trying to do something. Now McLennan all the way back across to Peck. Vikings need something to happen here.
5 seconds.
5 seconds on the, wow. Well, the Lady Vikes get the possession.
But just 32 seconds.
Yeah, that's a
Tony,
lot.
that was a lot of time
30
that
seconds.
went off the clock.
30 seconds went off the clock. That's precious seconds that Lady Vikes could have used. Definitely going to have to hit a 3 or something here. At least get a basket here. Got to go quick. All the way down to 22 seconds now and still no shot. Sailor Ray, Heidi Schultz with it. They got to shoot it, got to do something.
I can't believe this.
That's unbelievable. No shot at the basket yet. Now finally a shot, and it's good by Hinman Mitchell. This game's over. Yep, ball game. 38-35. Lady Vikes lose as this wastes so much clock. And that was a game, Scott, that I feel like they could have won.
I was confused by the, I guess you'd call it clock management.
Yeah.
The final minute, they let Indy, they forced Indy into a turnover, but like you said, about 30 seconds ran off the clock prior to that, and then no sense of urgency.
No.
Once they got the ball back, you had to come down 1 or 2 passes at the most, and you got to let it fly.
Yeah.
That's Lady Vikes did a lot of good things tonight. Way too many turnovers, obviously, but they fought hard, and it was one of those games that could have gone either way, and unfortunately, it didn't go the Lady Vikings' way tonight.
Yeah, tough outcome to lose 38-35, and whenever you have, a chance there in the last 4 minutes of the game. So let's take a 1-minute break, and then we'll come back for the Bowen Pharmacy postgame for the girls' side. 1-minute break. Listen to Viking basketball on V93.
At Labette Community College, we're passionate about medicine and compassionate about people. Our highly trained instructors provide innovative career-specific education in the field of diagnostic medical sonography. Do you already have an associate or bachelor's degree in healthcare? Earn an additional certification in sonography. LCC offers a 12-month completely online program with a clinical component. In as little as 1 year, specialize in OB, abdomen, or vascular. For more information, text pound SONO to 620-293-6671 today. Apply online at labette.edu.
With many years of combined experience, Eye Care Associates of Parsons has set the framework in providing comprehensive eye health examinations for all ages and routine vision care for families throughout the 4-state area. Our optometrists and staff provide remarkable care with state-of-the-art technology to help with diagnosis and management of eye health conditions. Give us a call or visit our website to schedule your next eye exam. Eye Care Associates of Parsons. Experience modern eye care.
Welcome back to Independence High School. Tony Fuentes, Scott Marlowe, and we're here for the Bowen Pharmacy post-game report of the girls' side. I'm going to run down the scores. First for Lady Bulldogs. Brooklyn Maddox with 6. Sarah Veely with 7. Caitlin Spencer with 5. Morgan McLennan, their leading scorer, with 11. Roxy Wilson with 3. And Mia Peck with 6. And Morgan McLennan hit 3 3-pointers in the second half.
Yeah,
And, I mean, that was...
That was basically the difference.
Yeah. So Braylon Hinman Mitchell ends up with 9. Sailor Ray 15. Alex Sumberger 4. Ayana Robertson 3, and Heidi Schultz and Terry Draper 2 apiece. And like you said, Scott, just too many turnovers. I mean, if you turn the ball over that many times and still have a chance in the last few minutes of the game to win, that's kind of unheard of.
Yeah, it really is. And, you know, Lady Vikes, you hate to see an opportunity slip away like that when you're going to struggle to get wins this year. But it just, you know, chalk it up to another learning experience. And, you know, you mentioned Coffeyville is going to be a potential win for the Lady Vikes, and obviously at the Lancer Classic they'll have a chance. And we say it all the time, when you're struggling to get a win, sometimes you get that first one.
Yep, exactly.
Get that first one, and then everything gets so much easier after that.
Exactly. Well, anything else before we switch over
that's
with the boys' side?
About it. What time we have here? It's 7:46. If you want to bring it back, Karen, at 7:55, and we'll get going with our boys broadcast. You're listening to Viking basketball on V93.
Bowen Pharmacy supports the Parsons Vikings here, and here, and here. It's our goal to keep you covered. At Bowen Pharmacy, we give no excuses for you not to make it to the game. And it's always a great day to be a Viking.
At Labette Community College, we're passionate about medicine and compassionate about people. Our highly trained instructors provide innovative career-specific education in the field of diagnostic medical sonography. Do you already have an associate or bachelor's degree in healthcare? Earn an additional certification in sonography. LCC offers a 12-month completely online program with a clinical component. In as little as 1 year, specialize in OB, abdomen, or vascular. For more information, text pound SONO to 620-293-6671 today. Apply online at labette.edu.
Hi, I'm Shelby, one of the pharmacists at Bowen Pharmacy. Not only do we keep you up to date on your COVID and flu vaccines, but we also offer pneumonia, shingles, hepatitis, meningitis, tetanus, and whooping cough vaccines. Based on the latest CDC guidelines, we can recommend the vaccines to keep you and your family healthy. Thank you for always choosing Bowen Pharmacy. We're here today and we'll be here tomorrow.
Life is about movement, and the human body is like any high-performance machine. When miles add up, parts wear down, and that's when pain begins, and here's where it ends. At Labette Health, our nationally recognized orthopedic and sports medicine surgeons use advanced techniques to reduce recovery times and relieve pain for miles to come. Feel like new again at Labette Health in Parsons, Kansas. For more information, go to labettehealth.com. Discover what you've been missing in Parsons, Kansas. Curious Minds Discovery Zone, a children's museum that inspires a love of learning, with hands-on exhibits for all ages to imagine, create, learn, and discover. Kids enjoy looking through microscopes, building on our magnetic ball run wall, creative play in our doctor's office or grocery store, and lots more. Discover, explore, Parsons, Kansas. Life is about movement, and the human body is like any high-performance machine. When miles add up, parts wear down, and that's when pain begins, and here's where it ends. At Labette Health, our nationally recognized orthopedic and sports medicine surgeons use advanced techniques to reduce recovery times and relieve pain for miles to come. Feel like new again at Labette Health in Parsons, Kansas. For more information, go to labettehealth.com.
At Labette Center, we have worked hard to make it easier than ever to start on your journey to wellness. The center provides a full range of mental health and substance use services to individuals of all ages. With expanded services and same-day access, you can begin your journey when you are ready. Visit our website at lcmhs.com to find out more about our services and begin your journey to wellness today. Labette Center for Mental Health. Help for today. Hope for tomorrow.
At Labette Community College, we're passionate about medicine and compassionate about people. Our highly trained instructors provide innovative career-specific education in the field of diagnostic medical sonography. Do you already have an associate or bachelor's degree in healthcare? Earn an additional certification in sonography. LCC offers a 12-month completely online program with a clinical component. In as little as 1 year, specialize in OB, abdomen, or vascular. For more information, text pound SONO to 620-293-6671 today. Apply online at labette.edu.
Bowen Pharmacy supports the Parsons Vikings here, and here, and here. It's our goal to keep you covered. At Bowen Pharmacy, we give no excuses for you not to make it to the game. And it's always a great day to be a Viking.
Life is about movement, and the human body is like any high-performance machine. When miles add up, parts wear down, and that's when pain begins, and here's where it ends. At Labette Health, our nationally recognized orthopedic and sports medicine surgeons use advanced techniques to reduce recovery times and relieve pain for miles to come. Feel like new again at Labette Health in Parsons, Kansas. For more information, go to labettehealth.com. Discover what you've been missing in Parsons, Kansas. Curious Minds Discovery Zone, a children's museum that inspires a love of learning, with hands-on exhibits for all ages to imagine, create, learn, and discover. Kids enjoy looking through microscopes, building on our magnetic ball run wall, creative play in our doctor's office or grocery store, and lots more. Discover, explore, Parsons, Kansas. Life is about movement, and the human body is like any high-performance machine. When miles add up, parts wear down, and that's when pain begins, and here's where it ends. At Labette Health, our nationally recognized orthopedic and sports medicine surgeons use advanced techniques to reduce recovery times and relieve pain for miles to come. Feel like new again at Labette Health in Parsons, Kansas. For more information, go to labettehealth.com.
Hi, I'm Shelby, one of the pharmacists at Bowen Pharmacy. Not only do we keep you up to date on your COVID and flu vaccines, but we also offer pneumonia, shingles, hepatitis, meningitis, tetanus, and whooping cough vaccines. Based on the latest CDC guidelines, we can recommend the vaccines to keep you and your family healthy. Thank you for always choosing Bowen Pharmacy. We're here today and we'll be here tomorrow.
At Labette Community College, we're passionate about medicine and compassionate about people. Our highly trained instructors provide innovative career-specific education in the field of diagnostic medical sonography. Do you already have an associate or bachelor's degree in healthcare? Earn an additional certification in sonography. LCC offers a 12-month completely online program with a clinical component. In as little as 1 year, specialize in OB, abdomen, or vascular. For more information, text pound SONO to 620-293-6671 today. Apply online at labette.edu.
With many years of combined experience, Eye Care Associates of Parsons has set the framework in providing comprehensive eye health examinations for all ages and routine vision care for families throughout the four-state area. Our optometrists and staff provide remarkable care with state-of-the-art technology to help with diagnosis and management of eye health conditions. Give us a call or visit our website to schedule your next eye exam. Eye Care Associates of Parsons. Experience modern eye care.
Discover what you've been missing in Parsons, Kansas. Curious Minds Discovery Zone, a children's museum that inspires a love of learning, with hands-on exhibits for all ages to imagine, create, learn, and discover. Kids enjoy looking through microscopes, building on our magnetic ball run wall, creative play in our doctor's office or grocery store, and lots more. discover, explore. Parsons, Kansas.
And back live at Independence High School, and we're joined now by Lady Viking head coach Wes Kroll. And coach, man, it was right there for the taking for either team. And girls came up one possession short. What are your thoughts? I know it was a 3.5 week layoff from the last game. It had to make it tough, but I thought the girls fought hard.
Yeah, that does make it tough, and I really feel, of course, the outcome is disappointing, but lots of freshmen and sophomores is a great learning point for them, you know?
Yeah, I agree.
They found out how important listening in those timeouts at the end were, and just execution in general at the end, Every possession, every little dribble counts in the last 4 minutes, so that's why I called that timeout with 3:51 left. It was 0-0. It was, I don't know the exact score, but.
So I know, and both you guys forced a lot of turnovers tonight, so you had that going for you. Unfortunately, I think your turnovers exceeded those of Independence. What's it take? I know you have a lot of young kids on the floor at times. What's it take to clean up some of the turnovers?
Man, I know, just expressing the importance of cherishing the ball. And I think right now, we can drill, but it's a mental thing, figuring it out, and don't throw to the open. Only throw to the open girl. You're not looking for a better chance. We're taking chances that we get given to us right now.
Exactly.
Yeah, and your team shot free throws pretty well. That definitely better than Indy tonight. And Tony and I were just hoping that you guys could get in a position to where Indy had to put you on the line instead of vice versa. And man, it was just. It was. I mean, from start to finish, I don't think anybody ever led by more than 6, and that was very late in the game when they hit that 3. So, but now let's see. Just after a 3.5 week layoff, now just 1 day off. Have to turn around, have the makeup game against Coffeyville. But Tony and I, just from looking at some scores, we've seen. Another winnable game for your team.
Absolutely.
I think it was a 49-48 game when Indy and Coffeyville played. So
in overtime, I believe.
Yeah. So
too.
I mean, that's definitely
And I think this game is a good experience for them. For those
100%.
Close games.
Well, Coach, we appreciate your time, and I guess we'll talk to you in about 48 hours.
Yes, sir.
Okay.
Good.
Thanks,
I'll see
Coach.
you later.
Appreciate it. So we'll turn our attention now to the boys contest. Tony, I don't suppose you might be ahead of me. Do you have any idea what Indy's record is?
They
on the season?
are 4. Hold on, I wrote it down. Sorry.
Okay.
Let me find it.
Viking boys 4-2 on the year, 2-0 in league
I think
play.
they're 2-4. But, hold on, just a second. I wrote it down.
While you're looking up their record, I'm going to go ahead and run down the starting lineup.
2 and 4.
2-4. So Indy 2-4, Vikes 4-2. And all I could do was take a picture of the official scores book, so I won't have height or year for any of the Bulldogs. But they're going to start Javen Colbert, Heston Smith, J.D. Veely, Kellen Lanning, who I assume is former Coach Lanning's son.
Yeah, Marcus Lanning's son.
And Jimmy Bunyard will be the starting 5. Don't have the starting 5 yet for the Vikings, but I think it's safe to say that we're going to go with 6' junior Jagger Quirin, 5'10" senior Dante Sawyer, 5'9" senior Connor Barkus, 6' senior Joe Keel, and 6'1" senior Demias Johnson would be my guess. And that looks like the 5 guys who have their warm-ups off, ready to go. And it looks like we are just about ready for the national anthem, so we'll go and step away for a 2-minute break and be back with more. You're listening to Viking Basketball on V93.
Bowen Pharmacy supports the Parsons Vikings here, and here, and here. It's our goal to keep you covered. At Bowen Pharmacy, we give no excuses for you not to make it to the game. And it's always a great day to be a Viking.
At Labette Community College, we're passionate about medicine and compassionate about people. Our highly trained instructors provide innovative career-specific education in the field of diagnostic medical sonography. Do you already have an associate or bachelor's degree in healthcare? Earn an additional certification in sonography. LCC offers a 12-month completely online program with a clinical component. In as little as 1 year, specialize in OB, abdomen, or vascular. For more information, text pound SONO to 620-293-6671 today. Apply online at labette.edu.
Bowen Pharmacy supports the Parsons Vikings here, and here, and here. It's our goal to keep you covered. At Bowen Pharmacy, we give no excuses for you not to make it to the game. And it's always a great day to be a Viking.
Life is about movement, and the human body is like any high-performance machine. When miles add up, parts wear down, and that's when pain begins, and here's where it ends. At Labette Health, our nationally recognized orthopedic and sports medicine surgeons use advanced techniques to reduce recovery times and relieve pain for miles to come. Feel like new again at Labette Health in Parsons, Kansas. For more information, go to labettehealth.com.
At Labette Community College, we're passionate about medicine and compassionate about people. Our highly trained instructors provide innovative career-specific education in the field of diagnostic medical sonography. Do you already have an associate or bachelor's degree in healthcare? Earn an additional certification in sonography. LCC offers a 12-month completely online program with a clinical component. In as little as 1 year, specialize in OB, abdomen, or vascular. For more information, text pound SONO to 620-293-6671 today. Apply online at labette.edu.
Taking care of things for us back in the KLKC studios. In case you're joining us late, Lady Vikings lost a tough one in our opener. They lost by 3 points to the Lady Bulldogs of Independence. And again, Viking boys 4-2 on the year, undefeated at 2-0 in the SEK. Independence Bulldogs 2-4 on the year, and they're going to announce the starting lineups now over the public address system. Tony, you know, Indy 2-4, and we never did get an explanation. They took Wichita Collegiate right down to the wire.
Yeah, it was a 2-point game.
And
then Mulvane, we beat Mulvane at home. They lost to Mulvane by 3. So, I mean, every one of the games that they played in that circle tournament, Scott, were like 3 or 4 points a game. They're all close.
Yeah.
Whereas we got blown out the other two.
Yes, we did.
So it's hard to figure, and you know, it'll be interesting to see when I came over here for the Jamboree, which was at the beginning of December. We were in a dogfight against Independence, and there was a lot of mouthing going off. We basically played a quarter of a game, 2 4-minute quarters.
Yeah.
And Joe Kill and Connor Barkus each had 4 fouls. So we're talking, yeah.
And neither one of those guys typically fouls a lot.
No, so it's going to be, you know, the Lanning kid I know is very, he likes to talk. So it'll be interesting to see how this game goes. I'll be shocked if there's not a technical in this game. I'm telling you right now, it's gonna be a dogfight, and if one team can get a big lead, I think it'd be huge. So we'll see what happens.
Well, the Vikings will be in their traveling black uniforms with blue and gold trim, and Independence in their home white with black and orange trim. Brad Smith, the longtime coach down at Labette County High School, now head coach at Independence, and
I believe one of his assistants is a former player of his at Labette County. I don't know the kid's name, but I'm pretty sure.
Okay.
that he was a player for Brad at Labette County. I could be wrong.
I wouldn't be surprised.
I could be wrong, but he looks very, very familiar. And they got the QR code for the thing, so we don't have a roster,
right,
you know.
Right.
And every time I take it on my phone and I do anything else, I lose it. So, and I'm not technical savvy enough to pull stuff back up. So, yeah, we don't know who that guy is. Big to keep Dante Sawyer out of foul trouble.
Yes, that would be huge.
We're going to need him.
He was had the starting five gathered up around him, and he looked like he had a lot of instructions for his teammates. It looks like he's ready to go.
Yeah. And I don't see anyone that can keep up with Demias Johnson.
Yeah, I don't either.
In the paint. On their bench even, so.
So that was, I don't even know if that was legal, but Independence won the opening tip. And looks like the Vikings will open up in a straight man-to-man. Colbert with it out top. He'll run the point. Now he wants to just shoot a three and got it. Quick start for Indy. They lead it 3-zip, 7:40 to go in quarter number one. And then, wow, just a silly turnover right off the bat. Again, the Vikings on a 3.5-week layoff. Layup missed. Offensive rebound and put back miss. So the Vikings catch a break, and then we have a foul about 80 feet from the basket. So Vikings catch a break. They're down 3-zip. Colbert picked up his first personal.
Yeah, we're lucky that layup didn't go down because that would have been a 5-0 real quick lead for Indy.
Barkus into the front court. Looks like Indy's in a zone. Sawyer for three. It's off the back iron, no good. Long rebound, going to come away to Independence. Bunyard with it. Good look underneath. Off the glass, no good. Rebounded by Keel. Comes Sawyer with it. Quirin. Barkus thought about a three. Gets it poked away. He gets it back. He needs help. Sawyer from about 16, can't get the roll, and taken by Lanning. Lanning into the front court. Over to Colbert, he launches again, it's good. He's got 2 threes here in the early going. 6-0, Independence off to a quick start. Sawyer in front of the Indy bench, to Quirin, right back to Sawyer, now to Keel. Barkus. He lost it. And it was touched last by Indy. 6:20 to go in the first quarter. Indy leading this one 6-0 off a couple of three-pointers by Javen Colbert. Into Sawyer. Down to Johnson, kicks it out. Barkus wants a three, got it.
That's a big basket.
You don't see Barkus shoot a lot, but they left him open on the right wing, and he knocks it down. 6-3, Independence on top. 6 minutes to go in quarter number one. Colbert kicks it in the corner. Lanning to Smith. Hands off to Bunyard. Now to Lanning. Vikes still in a man-to-man. 9 seconds on the shot clock. Colbert's got a couple of threes. Step back three. In and out this time. Rebounded by Sawyer. Quick outlet to Barkus. Quirin in the corner. Goes baseline. Cut off. Goes up. Short and rebounded by Indy. Bulldogs with the ball and a 3-point lead. Colbert slows things up. Hands it off to Smith. Out to Colbert. They're a little bit slow on the closeout, and he knocks down another one, and he's talking a lot to Quirin. 3 threes for Colbert, and it is 9-3 Independence with 4:58 to go in quarter number one. Nice look underneath to Sawyer. He missed it. Great offensive rebound and put back in a foul by Demias Johnson. You mentioned that in the very early going, Tony, that you didn't see anybody out there for Indy that could really match his size and strength.
Yeah, that was a big basket there. And, there's no one even close that could guard him.
Yeah.
And now you got Largent coming in. He would be the biggest body on the court.
Be curious to see who guards Colbert with Quirin going to the bench. Free throw good by Demias Johnson, 9-6. Indy's offense so far has been three-point shooting by Javen Colbert. He has 3 threes. And the Vikes are going to go to his own. On this possession, Colbert fakes the 3, out to Lanning, he'll launch. It's good. Well, you would think that Independence will not stay that hot from the outside. They've hit 4 3-pointers early in this game, and they lead at 12-6, and a traveling violation on Largent. So 12-6, Indy by 6, 4:17 to go in our opening quarter. Live by the 3, die by the 3 is what people always say, and Lanning's going to try another one. No shot. The shot goes down, but before the shot, we have a foul on Largent, I believe, fighting through a screen.
Wow. Yeah, he knocked that down too, Scott.
Yes, he did.
Wow. Yeah, they're 4 for 5 from 3-point right now.
Indy gets it in to Bunyard. Vikes go back to a man-to-man. They've got Keel on Colbert. Nice look underneath, and layup goes down off the glass for J.D. Veely. He gets his first 2. Big lead here in the early going for Indy at 14-6. 3:45 to go in our opening quarter. Again, this is the first game in 3.5 weeks for the Vikes. Good look underneath to Demias. And yeah, they're gonna see, and they're gonna get a charge.
Yeah.
And that could have gone either way. Demias is so big, so strong. He doesn't really need to even.
He doesn't need to do that.
He just needs to do what comes naturally. He doesn't need to try to get separation, because that's going to happen because he's just so much bigger than everybody that Indy has.
Yeah.
So good start for Indy. They lead at 14-6. 3 3-pointers by Colbert, 1 for Lanning, and then a layup by J.D. Veely. 14-6. 3.5 minutes to go in quarter number 1. And then the Vikes do it again. They run over Lanning, and Keel picks up the foul.
Yep. Already a lot of mouthing going on.
Yeah, there is. There's a lot. You called it, Tony. You said you saw it, and I saw it right from the get-go. I think maybe even one that during the opening introductions.
Yeah.
They just don't like each other.
No, there's not a lot of love lost there.
Nice drive and layup. Oh, and see, and now they're still talking. Bunyard got the layup, and usually officials don't let that much talking go, but so far they haven't done anything to stop it. 16-6, it's a 10-point lead. Keel tries to answer, got it. And we have a 30-second timeout called by Coach Hauk, and so we'll keep it right here. 16-9, been a really some pretty easy scoring so far for Independence, and when you're knocking down 4 threes, you know, when the ball's going through the basket like that, you know, not a whole lot the defense can do. But what I'm more concerned about is 2 pretty easy layups.
Yeah.
You know, in the paint, one by Bunyard and one by Veely. Vikings going to have to shore some things up defensively before this thing gets out of hand. 16-9, Independence leading by 7, just over 3 minutes to go in our opening quarter. You know, Barkas and Keel each have a 3-pointer, and then an old-fashioned 3-point play by the big guy, Demias Johnson, keeping the Vikings within distance. So, but yeah, Tony, you said you expected at least one technical before this game's over.
It's heating up.
We might see it before the end of the first quarter. There has been a lot of talking, most of it, virtually all of it, from what I've seen, by Independence. Yep. Indy with the ball. Lanning. He's going to launch a 3. That one is no good. I think it actually went through, but I think it hit the shot clock.
I see something bouncing up there.
So it hit one of the support posts, so
got
no
lucky
good.
there.
But that's kind of how the shooting's been for Independence. Everything they throw up has been going in here in the first quarter. Out to Quirin. Nice drive. He got fouled. No call. And then he's short on the shot. Gets it back and scores off the glass. Nicely done by the 6-foot junior. Vikes within 5 at 16-11. Colbert into the front court. Picked up by Keel. Colbert. Yeah, double dribble. He tried to do a hesitation dribble, but got ahead of himself.
That's the first turnover on Indy.
Yeah, Indy has played really well.
Yeah, they're
here in the first quarter.
6 for 11 from the field.
The Vikes hanging close, 16-11, down by 5. Quirin on the left wing. Sawyer with it. I thought he was going to launch.
Somebody's got to be open.
Wow, three-pointer goes down by Demias Johnson. Coach Smith can't believe it. But yet we've seen him do that a few times over the last couple of years. 16-14, 2-point lead for Indy. Minute 35 to go in quarter number 1. Colbert gets a screen out top, kicks in the corner to Lanning. Oh, nice drive. Easy basket. That is the third easy layup here in the first quarter for Indy. They lead by 4, and now a near steal run down in the backcourt by Sawyer. 4-point lead for Indy, minute 15 to go in quarter number 1. Keel back to Sawyer. He fakes the 3, got bumped, and then it's stolen. And here comes Indy with it. Lanning into the front court. He launches a quick 3. Can't get the roll this time. And nice hustle and rebound by Sawyer. And then nice hustle by Keel to save the possession. Three-pointer at the other end, short by Quirin, rebounded on the weak side by Lanning. 40 seconds to go in the first quarter. 4-point lead for Indy. Colbert with it out top. He had that hot start, knocking down 3 quick threes for the Bulldogs. Now he wants to drive, got fouled, but it was on the floor, so no shot coming. That will be the 4th team foul on the Vikes. So Indy to inbound underneath their own basket. Shot clock now off. Indy with the ball in a 4-point lead. Lanning has it, launches a guarded 3. It's good.
He's pretty good.
Yeah, he's a good ball player. Coach Houck telling the ref, hey, he's talking a lot. I think he even had words for Coach Houck after he drained that 3. Tough shot, no good at the other end, but a foul, and Sawyer will go to the line to shoot 2. 3.8 seconds to go in the first quarter. 21-14, Independence by 7. Sawyer has not scored yet. He took a couple of threes early, couldn't get it to go. Typically an outstanding free throw shooter, but that one's no good. And this, this is just rust, Tony. It has to be 3.5 week layoff for the Vikes. Cayman Sprague checking in for Indy. Sawyer trying to get the Vikes to within 6, and he got it. Indy will have to go quickly. Colbert with 1.5 seconds from half court.
Nearly good.
Off the mark, and that's the end of the first quarter with your score. Indy 21, Parsons 15. We'll be back in 1 minute. This is Viking basketball on B93.
At Labette Community College, we're passionate about medicine and compassionate about people. Our highly trained instructors provide innovative career-specific education in the field of diagnostic medical sonography. Do you already have an associate or bachelor's degree in healthcare? Earn an additional certification in sonography. LCC offers a 12-month completely online program with a clinical component. In as little as 1 year, specialize in OB, abdomen, or vascular. For more information, text pound SONO to 620-293-6671 today. Apply online at labette.edu.
With many years of combined experience, Eye Care Associates of Parsons has set the framework in providing comprehensive eye health examinations for all ages and routine vision care for families throughout the four-state area. Our optometrists and staff provide remarkable care with state-of-the-art technology to help with diagnosis and management of eye health conditions. Give us a call or visit our website to schedule your next eye exam. Eye Care Associates of Parsons. Experience modern eye care.
Parsons Vikings will have the first possession. Quarter number 2 as Jason Smart checks in for the first time for the Vikes. 21-15, Independence on top by 6 as we get going in the second quarter. Colbert and Lanning combined for 17 points in the first quarter.
Yeah, if we can slow them down.
Yeah. And we have an offensive foul, I believe, on the Vikings, on Jason Smart.
I noticed one of the refs talked to Lanning there during
I noticed that too.
That break, so we'll see what happens.
21-15. Indy with the ball in a 6-point lead. Vikes have gone back to a man-to-man with Quirin on Colbert. Nice defense by Quirin. Colbert, lefty, puts it on the floor. Now to Lanning, the right wing. Right back to Colbert. 7 seconds on the shot clock. 2 seconds. They're not going to get the shot off. That's a shot clock violation, but they didn't call it. Vikes grab the loose ball and go quickly at the other end. Barkus got blocked. It looked clean, but
look at Coach Smith.
Yeah, we're so far away from the action. Hard to say, but Coach Smith can't believe it. He wants an explanation, and Barkus will go to the line to shoot 2. Heston Smith picks up his first personal. I mean, the foul's been called. They can't take it away. They might just be talking about who the foul was on.
Yeah, Coach Smith did not like that call.
Barkus has 3 points here in the first half. This is his first trip to the free throw line. Shot is on the way, and it's good. Vikes 3 out of 4 from the free throw line. Independence has yet to shoot a free throw here in the first half. Hot shooting from the outside propelled Indy to a nice lead. Vikes trying to claw their way back. 21-17, 4-point lead for Indy. Demise Johnson will replace Barkus in the lineup. 7:05 to go in the first half. Colbert into the front court. Got fouled by Quirin. Quirin disagrees, but I think it was the right call. There was quite a bit of contact. Quirin's first and the team's second here in the second quarter. Vikes hanging tough after that quick start by Independence. Bulldogs leading the Vikings 21-17, 6:56 to go in the first half. Colbert with it. Hands off to Bunyard. And right back to Colbert. It's in the corner, Smith. Nice drive. And another layup.
Too easy.
Smith gets his first 2. 23-17, 6-point lead for Indy. Quirin into the front court. Picks up his dribble. Over to Smart. Nice move by Smart and got the layup to go. Like to see more of that from Jason Smart. That was an athletic move. 23-19, Independence with the ball and a 4-point lead. Smith fakes the 3. Vikes in a man-to-man. Lanning hands off to Colbert. He goes ahead and pulls up for a 3. That one's off the mark, no good. Rebounded by Largent. And a foul will go the other way. I was afraid we were going to get another quick jump ball there, Tony. That was a good call by the official. Foul on Jimmy Bunyard, his second. And the team's second in quarter number 2. Sawyer into the front court. He's had a slow start offensively in this one. Vikes with the ball down by 4. Jason Smart wants to drive again. He's got an opening, got fouled, and he'll go to the line to shoot 2.
Yeah, they're doing a good job of trying to get to in the paint. A couple of times didn't work out for the Vikings, but I feel like, I mean, if we can just control Colbert and Lanning, and I mean they'll cool off from the three-point line. This should be a game that we should be able to hang with them and if not win this game.
First free throw off to the left, no good. Smart will have one more. He has 2 points. Another sub in. Spencer Crane checks in for Independence. Bunyard heads to the bench. 23-19, Indy by 4. Smart's free throw off the mark, no good. 0 for 2, and rebounded by Colbert of Independence. So 4-point lead for Indy, 5.5 minutes to go in the first half. Colbert in the corner to Smith for 3. In and out, no good, rebounded by Demias. Off to Dante Sawyer. Vikes need him to get going offensively. He wanted to do a 3 and then lost control of the ball. Oh, good look into Demias. Goes up, and he scores. And he got fouled, too. No call.
We'll take it.
8 points for Demias, and this is a 2-point ball game now. Indy leading at 23-21. 5 minutes to go in the first half. Colbert calls out the play. Gets it over to Veely. Now to Colbert. Nice closeout by Quirin. Colbert. Oh, that I'm not so sure about. They're going to get Quirin with his second personal. And really don't want to see any of these Viking starters with 3 first-half fouls.
No.
We've got 2 now on Quirin. Coach Houck having a word with the official saying, oh, and then the Vikes weren't ready for the inbound, and an easy layup for Veely. He has 4 points, and it's a 4-point lead for Indy, 25-21, 4:40 to go in the first half. Largent over to Smart. And picks up his dribble. Another 3 by Demias. Short this time and rebounded by the Bulldogs. One of the smaller guys on the court, Spencer Crane. Landing wide open, so he'll launch a 3 and hit. He has 11 points. I'm not sure how he got that open, but just like that, 7-point lead for Indy at 28-21. Sawyer tries to answer, no good. Vikings will need him to get going in the second half. So here comes Indy with the ball and a 7-point lead. Colbert to Lanning. He's going to launch for a 10-point lead. It's good. Coach Houck may need a timeout. Sure enough, 31-21. It's a 10-point lead for Indy. 3:57 to go in the first half. We'll be back in 30 seconds. You're listening to Viking Basketball on B93.
Life is about movement, and the human body is like any high-performance machine. When miles add up, parts wear down, and that's when pain begins, and here's where it ends. At Labette Health, our nationally recognized orthopedic and sports medicine surgeons use advanced techniques to reduce recovery times and relieve pain for miles to come. Feel like new again at Labette Health in Parsons, Kansas. For more information, go to labettehealth.com.
So they've been outscored 21-9. So they've been outscored by 12 behind the three-point line. They're down by 10. And that's your ball game so far. Sawyer hasn't been able to find the range yet. Gives it off to Keel. Vikes need a basket on this trip. They are down by 10. Looks like the Bulldogs have gone to a zone. Keel tries to hit a 3, and he got it. his second three of the first half. He has 6 points, 31-24. Indy by 7. Colbert, the point guard, calls out the play. Now Lanning, guarded by Keel. Right back to Colbert in the corner. Pulls up from about 14. He's short, rebounded by Demias. Gives it off to Sawyer. Sawyer's got to find the range quickly. Gets it down to Demias, back to Keel. Thought about a three. Sawyer will launch. Off the mark, and it goes over the backboard and over to Independence. He's one of those guys, Tony, he just has to make one.
Yeah.
As soon as he gets that first one, you know there's going to be a few more that go down, but it's hard to shake off rust when you haven't played for a game for 3.5 weeks. Near steal, who's going to get it? Independence has it. Colbert out at the top of the key. Now they find Lanning. A deep three. He is good again. His 5th three of the first half, back to a 10-point lead for Indy at 34-24. Demias kicks it over to Barkas. Barkas drives, gets his man in the air, in trouble. Gets it to Sawyer. He's fouled, and he'll go to the line to shoot 2. Good work by Sawyer. When your outside shot's not falling, try to get to the free throw line.
Yep. And that's where he usually thrives. He missed one earlier.
Yeah, he just has the 1 point. He 1 out of 2 from the free throw line. The senior's first free throw is good. 34-25. Indy leading by 9. I think we're seeing how Indy might have stayed with collegiate.
Yeah.
You know, if you can knock down 10 three-pointers in the first half, that's going to keep it close. Second free throw goes down. Sawyer has 3 points, gets the Vikes to within 8, 34-26. So if the Vikes can get this down to, 4 or 5 points at halftime, they'll have to feel pretty good about things. Lanning took steps, and he'll hear it from the Viking bench on that one, along with the fans. The older I get, the more I can't stand the talking, Tony.
I hear you.
There's been a lot of it.
I hear you. Oh, Quirin took steps, and he didn't.
And then he just threw it away. So a turnover by the Vikes. Minute 56 to go in the first half. 34-26.
That's just the first
Bulldogs
turnover
by
I've
8.
seen of this quarter.
Yeah, Vikings have done a lot of good things. They just haven't, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 8 threes here in the first half by Indy. That's why they have the 8-point lead. Lanning out at the top of the key. There's a strong drive to the basket. Layup no good. Great defense and good rebound by Demias Johnson. Quickly up ahead to Barkas. Vikes need a solid final minute and a half here. Sawyer fakes the three. Now he launches. He is off again. And rebounded by Independence. They have the ball in an 8-point lead. Minute 20 to go in the first half. Smith hands off to Colbert. Colbert looks at the shot clock. Coach Smith calls out the play. Colbert took steps, no call, and then layup missed. Second try, no good. Vikes caught a break there. Exactly 1 minute to go in the first half. Vikes down by 8. They need a basket on this trip. Oh, good pass into Demias, and he missed the layup. You are not going to see him miss that very often. It was a perfect entry pass, and he had perfect position, and the layup just would not go. 40 seconds on the game clock, 25 seconds on the shot clock. Colbert threw it away, got through the hands of Heston Smith. So now, shot clock should be off, and the Vikings should hold. They need to hold for 1. No need to give Independence, as hot as they've been from the outside, no chance, no reason to give them another possession. 20 seconds left in the first half. It's 34-26, Independence by 8. Barkas hands off to Keel with 10 seconds. Sawyer to Keel, who will launch. That one's no good. Rebounded by Indy with 2 seconds. And they get the shot off at the buzzer. It's no good, and halftime is here with your score. Independence 34, Parsons 26. We'll step away for a 3-minute break and then come back and break down the first half. You're listening to Viking Basketball on V93.
With many years of combined experience, Eye Care Associates of Parsons has set the framework in providing comprehensive eye health examinations for all ages and routine vision care for families throughout the 4-state area. Our optometrists and staff provide remarkable care with state-of-the-art technology to help with diagnosis and management of eye health conditions. Give us a call or visit our website to schedule your next eye exam. Eye Care Associates of Parsons. Experience modern eye care.
Bowen Pharmacy supports the Parsons Vikings here, and here, and here. It's our goal to keep you covered. At Bowen Pharmacy, we give no excuses for you not to make it to the game. And it's always a great day to be a Viking.
At Labette Community College, we're passionate about medicine and compassionate about people. Our highly trained instructors provide innovative career-specific education in the field of diagnostic medical sonography. Do you already have an associate or bachelor's degree in healthcare? Earn an additional certification in sonography. LCC offers a 12-month completely online program with a clinical component. In as little as 1 year, specialize in OB, abdomen, or vascular. For more information, text pound SONO to 620-293-6671 today. Apply online at labette.edu.
Life is about movement, and the human body is like any high-performance machine. When miles add up, parts wear down, and that's when pain begins, and here's where it ends. At Labette Health, our nationally recognized orthopedic and sports medicine surgeons use advanced techniques to reduce recovery times and relieve pain for miles to come. Feel like new again at Labette Health in Parsons, Kansas. For more information, go to labettehealth.com.
At Labette Center, we have worked hard to make it easier than ever to start on your journey to wellness. The center provides a full range of mental health and substance use services to individuals of all ages. With expanded services and same-day access, you can begin your journey when you are ready. Visit our website at lcmhs.com to find out more about our services and begin your journey to wellness today. Labette Center for Mental Health. Help for today. Hope for tomorrow.
Thank you, Karen. And we are at halftime here at Independence High School. Time to break down the first half. Our Eye Care Associate halftime show brought to you by Eye Care Associates of Parsons, Doctors Gilmore, Newland, and Ray. And Tony, down 8 points, not where the Vikings want to be, but they were outshot from behind the three-point line 8-4, and by that's essentially the difference on the scoreboard. But a couple of things offensively for the Vikings. One way or another, Dante Sawyer needs to get going, but whether if he doesn't find his stroke from behind the three-point line, he's very crafty, very good at getting to the line and getting to the basket and creating his own shot. He's got to get going in the second half. And Demias Johnson had 8 first-half points that I went back through all the other games in my scorebook. He is a second-half player. He always scores more in the second half, and I think a big part of that is he just essentially wears down the defense. You think of a big bruising running back,
Yep.
and you might be able to contain him for 2 or 3 quarters, but
Yep.
that defense is beat down by the fourth quarter, and so we need Demias to have a giant second half as well. And Colbert got hot there early, hit 3 threes, got Independence off to a great start. He didn't score another point in the rest of the half, but the big guy, Kellen Lanning, 17 first half points, and too many of his threes were wide open.
Yeah.
So the Vikings defensively, they really have to home in on Kellen Lanning, make sure that he doesn't get out of hand and have another 17-point half, or that will make life extremely difficult for the Vikes.
I agree. Going down the stats, Independence 13 for 25, 52%. Vikings 8 for 20, 40%. Rebounds are identical. 9 defensive rebounds each, 2 offensive rebounds each. Turnovers, 4 for the Vikings, only 1 for Indy. Indy didn't shoot any free throws.
Not a one.
And the Vikings are 6 for 9 from the free throw line. So essentially, we shot 5 less shots, made 5 less shots, but we also got 6 points from the free throws, which definitely helped a little bit. Otherwise, we could be in trouble. We could have been double-digit.
Oh, easily
down in this game with all those 3-pointers they hit.
Yeah, and we were down double digits briefly.
31-21.
So Vikings will have to come out, keep doing what they're doing as far as taking care of the basketball, shooting well from the free throw line. Really, I think they just need to play how they've been playing most of the year, and they'll definitely have a chance to come back and win this game. As far as point totals go, I mentioned Kellen Lanning leading all scorers with 17, exactly half of his team's first half output. Colbert chipped in with 9, Smith with 2, Veely with 4, and Bunyard with 2. So, really not balanced scoring for Indy, and I have a feeling you probably never see balanced scoring out of this team from what we saw in the first half. Meanwhile, the Vikings typically do have balanced scoring, and that's exactly what we had in the first 16 minutes. Demias Johnson leading the way with 8, Joe Kill with 6, Barkas with 5, Dante Sawyer with 3, and 2 points apiece for Quirin and Jason Smart. Again, your halftime score, Independence 34 and Parsons 26. Let's take another 2-minute commercial break, and then we'll be back with more. You're listening to Viking Basketball on B93.
Discover what you've been missing in Parsons, Kansas. Curious Minds Discovery Zone, a children's museum that inspires a love of learning, with hands-on exhibits for all ages to imagine, create, learn, and discover. Kids enjoy looking through microscopes, building on our magnetic ball run wall, creative play in our doctor's office or grocery store, and lots more. Discover, explore, Parsons, Kansas.
Hi, I'm Shelby, one of the pharmacists at Bowen Pharmacy. Not only do we keep you up to date on your COVID and flu vaccines, but we also offer pneumonia, shingles, hepatitis, meningitis, tetanus, and whooping cough vaccines. Based on the latest CDC guidelines, we can recommend the vaccines to keep you and your family healthy. Thank you for always choosing Bowen Pharmacy. We're here today and we'll be here tomorrow.
At Labette Center, we have worked hard to make it easier than ever to start on your journey to wellness. The center provides a full range of mental health and substance use services to individuals of all ages. With expanded services and same-day access, you can begin your journey when you are ready. Visit our website at lcmhs.com to find out more about our services and begin your journey to wellness today. Labette Center for Mental Health. Help for today. Hope for tomorrow.
Life is about movement, and the human body is like any high-performance machine.
When miles add up, parts wear down, and that's when pain begins, and here's where it ends. At Labette Health, our nationally recognized orthopedic and sports medicine surgeons use advanced techniques to reduce recovery times and relieve pain for miles to come. Feel like new again at Labette Health in Parsons, Kansas. For more information, go to labettehealth.com.
For Independence. Hot shooting by Kellen Lanning. 17 first half points, not to mention Jabin Colbert with 3 threes in the first quarter. He had 9 points in the first half, so 26 of their 34 points came from those two guys, and Tony, those 26 points match the entire Parsons output. Independence will have the first possession of the second half. Vikings very much in this game. They're just going to have to play smart basketball, and hopefully Sawyer can find the range from behind the three-point line. Colbert with it. Vikes drive
Lanning
on the baseline, and Lanning right off the bat puts it in off the glass. He has 19 points, and it is a 10-point lead for Indy at 36-26. Quirin for 3. Spins around and off, no good. Knocked out of bounds by Parsons. Goes over to Independence, so not the start the Vikings were hoping for here in the opening 30 seconds of the second half. 36-26. Independence with the ball and a 10-point lead. Colbert to Lanning. Spin move and blocked from behind. Nice defense by Joe Keel. Sawyer into the front court. Over to Johnson, back to Sawyer, a deep 3. He got it. Boy, how huge is that, Tony?
We needed it. We needed it. 6
points for Sawyer. He didn't hesitate either, and he was way behind the three-point line. 36-29, Colbert tries to answer, short. Since he made his first 3, he's been ice cold. So here come the Vikings. That was a foul, and they got it. Colbert picks up the personal. That will be the team's first, and that is his 3rd personal.
Wow, I didn't realize he had.
Yeah, it'd be nice to get him on the bench because he is their primary ball handler. Barkas needs help. Sawyer, boy, I'm not sure why he didn't go ahead and launch that. Colbert may have had a hand in his face. Zone defense being played by India. Here's a 3. That's going to be an air ball, but nice rebound by Demise. He is fouled, and he is so strong. He almost scored anyway. The guy was draped all over him, and he almost powered it up in the end. He will go to the line to shoot 2. And now that is 3 personals on Veely as well. So all of a sudden, a little bit of foul trouble for Indy. Free throw no good by Demise. He will have one more. 36-29. It's a 7-point lead for Indy. They've led by 10 a couple of times tonight. They've pretty much, I think they've led the entire way. Second free throw no good, but the Vikes get the offensive rebound. Demise with a strong move, and he scores off the glass. That was an impressive play by Demise, and I think it was Jagger Quirin that hustled and kept that ball alive.
He tipped it up high.
So 36-31, little 5-point spurt here by the Vikings to get within 5. Colbert to Smith. He launches a 3. No good. Boy, that was a traveling violation, was it not?
Traveling,
yeah,
yep,
sure enough.
Oh, Brad Smith, he does not like that call. Wow.
So 6:07 to go in the third quarter. 5-point lead for Indy. Vikes on a 5-0 run, though. Tipped away, and it's a kick. Violation, and the Vikings will take it out from the side. Keel to throw it in. Vikes trying to get this down to a 1-possession game. They get it in to Sawyer. He's guarded out there by Bunyard. Needs help. Tried to get it down low to Demise. It's tipped away. Nice defense by Veely. Bunyard quickly at the other end. Splits a couple of defenders, and he got fouled. So 5:45 to go in the third quarter. 5-point lead for Indy. Not sure who they called that foul on. Got on Barkas. His first. Vikes gave up a couple of easy baskets on these inbound plays in the first half. Do a better job on this one. Knocked out of bounds by Sawyer. right into the Indy bench. 5:43 to go in quarter number 3. 36-31, Bulldogs on top. Bunyard. Now Colbert guarded out top, gets a screen, and it's an illegal screen, I believe.
Yep, sure enough.
Veely with his 4th.
Yeah,
and he will have to head to the bench.
We'll take that.
He'll be replaced by Cayman Sprague.
It was 36-26. Now the Vikings score here. They can get within 1 score.
Yeah, this is a big possession right here. Vikes down by 5, about 5.5 minutes to go in the 3rd quarter. Dante Sawyer to Barkus. Jason Smart on the floor now for the Vikings. Teal, 3-second violation on the Vikings. So a turnover.
Wow, that's not what we needed.
VHS, so
now we got 6 turnovers, so they're 1.
5:15 to go in the 3rd quarter. Independence with the ball and a 5-point lead. Lanning. Step back 3. That one's short, and the Vikings get the rebound. So about the 3rd opportunity here for the Vikings to get this down to a 1-possession game. 3-pointer, good, knocking it down. Dante Sawyer, 2 for 2 from behind the 3-point line here in the 3rd quarter, and we have a timeout called by Independence. It's an 8-0 run by the Vikings to get this down to a 2-point deficit. 36-34, Indy by 2, 4:54 to go in the 3rd period. We will keep it here at the gym. Tony, Demise Johnson has been very active.
Yep.
Dante Sawyer, 2 for 2 from
Yep.
behind the 3-point line. A couple of things we talked about that we wanted to see.
Both things happening.
And other than that quick layup right off the bat to start the 2nd half,
Yeah,
Independence has not scored.
Yeah, they're 1 for 5, and only have one rebound. So really, they haven't looked great. Like you said, besides that one layup right off the bat, it's 3 for 5 by the Vikings and a couple offensive rebounds. The only thing the Vikings did bad is miss those 2 free throws. But we got an offensive rebound and a basket off of it.
That's right.
So it really didn't hurt us.
Ton of talking in the 1st half. Haven't seen much here in the 3rd quarter, but I have a feeling whichever team can kind of keep it together mentally down the stretch will probably win this game.
I agree.
And he gets it into Colbert. Pretty solid point guard. Oh, I don't know about that.
That's Barkus, I think.
So Barkus didn't have any fouls in the 1st half. Picks up 2 here in the 3rd quarter. Is also the team's 2nd. 2-point lead for Indy. They inbound out around the top of the key. Sprague with it. Hands off to Lanning. He's had a huge night, and then he is fouled out around the top of the key. Shot goes down, but they won't count it. I think they got Smart.
Yeah, 2nd on Smart.
Yep. Nobody for the Vikings by my count with more than 2. Veely has 4 and is sitting on the bench for Indy. Smith with it on the far side for Indy. Boy, shoved off, no whistle. Colbert with it. Hands off to Lanning, guarded by Smart. Nice drive, finds a man underneath. Ball stripped away. Who's going to get the loose ball? Lanning ends up with it. They reset the shot clock. I don't think they should have. Possession never changed. Quick 3-pointer goes down for Lanning. 22 points for Lanning. Leads all scorers, 39-34, 5-point lead for Indy. Vikes, dangerous pass. It's tipped away, and it's a steal. They were trying to get it to Demise, which is always a good idea. Boy, that's got to be up. That's got to be a traveling violation. No
that's
call,
just
but
their
it's
second turnover.
Turnover anyway. Here come the Vikings. Quirin with it. He wants to take it all the way. He lost it. It's a turnover. Here comes Lanning. He wants to go all the way to the basket. Blocked and goes out of bounds, and it will stay with Indy, I believe.
So the Vikings had 4 turnovers in the 1st half. They have 4 turnovers in the first 4.5 minutes of this 2nd half. So they got to take care of the ball. I'm not sure what's going on here.
Well, everybody in the gym thought that Indy should have had the ball off that blocked shot. But
I think it blocked and it went off his leg. I think
that could be, because there's no. We've mentioned it a few times tonight. We're so far away from that end of the court, and we're at floor level. It's impossible to see. So Vikings do have the ball, down by 5, 3:29 to go in the third quarter. Sawyer with it. Hit a couple of threes here in the third quarter. Nice cut to the basket, and then that is blocked. Barkas blocked from behind by Heston Smith. 18 seconds on the shot clock. 3:19 to go here in the third quarter. Again, it's 39-34. Indy by 5. They've led by 10, and then an 8-0 run by the Vikes. Oh, nice cut by Smart, but he lost the ball, and it's a timeout called by Indy, and they will save the possession. 30-second timeout, so we'll keep it here again at the gym. Tony, I mean, the Vikings haven't been able to get over the hump yet, but you know, here again, the only guy to score in this half is Lanning, and he has 5 points. But the Vikings haven't been able to dig into that deficit too much. They were down by 8 at halftime, and now they're down by 5.
A big part of it is the 5 turnovers.
Yes.
They've got 5. I mean, they take care of the ball. For our team, I feel like 4 turnovers and a half is pretty good.
Yep.
I'll take that every game.
Absolutely.
4 turnovers and a half. Yeah. And then to come out here and have 5, and you're still winning the quarter.
Yeah.
I mean, they're up by 3 in this quarter with 5 turnovers. Just take care of the ball.
Play has resumed. Colbert into the front court for the Bulldogs. Picks up his dribble and launches a 3. Got it. First one he's hit since he drained 3 threes back in the first quarter, and that's right back to an 8-point lead for Indy. 2:55 to go in the third quarter. Sawyer into the paint. Tried to get it to Largent. It's another turnover. Now the ball's loose. The Vikes get it back. Largent goes up off the glass, scores, and he's fouled. Colbert with his 4th. That's a big call. Big call, because he will head to the bench and be replaced by Crane. And now who's going to do the ball handling?
Yeah, that'll be interesting to see.
Because he's on the bench for the rest of this quarter.
Yeah, Largent needs to knock this down.
Couldn't get it.
Oh.
Rebounded by Indy. 6-point lead, 42-36 for the Bulldogs. Let's see how their offense looks with their point guard sitting on the bench. They launch a quick 3. It's way off the mark, and I have a feeling if they can contain Lanning, Vikes have a chance to
dip into that lead, yeah.
Gain a lot of ground here in the final couple of minutes. Right now they're down by 6. Smart, Sawyer wanted it. Now they get it to him. Tough shot. He can't believe there wasn't a foul. And here comes Lanning with it. Smith, good look underneath. Tough shot. Goes down over the 6'4" Largent. Spencer Crane gets his first basket. 44-36, 8-point lead for Indy. Minute 53 to go here in the third quarter. Dante Sawyer. Smart. Now Keel gets a screen. He's going to launch a 3. That one's no good. And rebounded by Indy, and then I think a foul maybe on Barkas. Oh, did they call a traveling violation?
I think so.
Coach Smith can't believe it. I was, like you were saying in the girls' game, Tony, I got blocked by a cheerleader, so I couldn't really see everything that happened. But I think there's a chance the Vikes caught a break on that one.
I agree.
Down by 8. Vikes will be inbounding from underneath their basket. They get it into Sawyer. Down to Demias. He's double teamed, but he powers up anyway, scores, and he's fouled. And Tony, they just need to keep going to that.
Yeah.
Because even when they double team him, he's too strong.
Yeah, he splits between the two of them, and he's going to get fouled by one of the two. So, yeah.
He's just 1 out of 3 from the free throw line. And that one's Off the mark, no good, but the Vikes get the rebound.
Wow.
Keel thought about a 3. How about a Sawyer 3 right here to get it down to a one-possession game? Tough shot in the paint. Will not go down for Quirin, but he's fouled. And it's going to be 2 free throws coming for Quirin. 44-38. Independence has led, I think, the entire game, haven't they, Tony? They had that early 3, and they have led wire to wire so far.
It was 9-3. Yeah, they've been off and running the entire time. We got it to within 2.
Yep, we had that 8-0 run after we were down by 10. Quirin's free throw good. Junior has 3 points on the night.
We were 0 for 4 in this quarter before that free throw.
44-39, Indy by 5. Their point guard sitting on the bench with 4 fouls. Quirin got them both, 44-40. Independence with a 4-point lead and the ball. Minute 20 to go in the ball game. Lanning, he's going to launch a 3. That one's off the mark. He hasn't missed very many tonight. Here come the Vikes, down by 4. Minute 10 to go, and a foul, and that's going to put
Sawyer
at the line to shoot 2. And that is foul number 3 on Bunyard. So Bunyard with 3, Veely with 4, Colbert with 4. Tony, do you have anybody for the Vikes with more than 2? I may have missed one.
I think everyone has 2 fouls.
Sawyer's free throw is good.
I mean, Barkus would be the only one, and he had 0 at halftime.
Yeah.
He got those 2 quick ones. There was another one, I can't remember who they called it on.
Second free throw good, 11 points for Sawyer, back to a 2-point game, 44-42 Indy. Minute to go in the third quarter. Aggressive drive, and the layup goes down, but an offensive foul. They're going to call a block. Demise was just standing there.
Wow.
And they're going to count the basket, I believe. I don't know what Demise could have done other than what he did.
Yeah.
That was a big basket for Indy. Bunyard now with 4 points. This is the first free throw of the night for Independence. It's off the mark, no good, and rebounded by Demise.
I think he got fouled on that rebound.
Yes, he did. 46-42, Indy by 4. Quirin with an aggressive move. Ball tipped away. Who's going to get the loose ball? Vikes have it. Sawyer with it. Nice drive to the basket. He scores off the glass. He has found his rhythm here in the third quarter. 46-44, 2-point lead for Indy. About a 2 or 3 second difference between the game clock and the shot clock. Lanning, who's been Mr. Everything tonight for Indy, leading all scorers with 22 points. Has it out near the half-court line. Indy essentially holding for the last shot. Like I said, about a 3-second differential. Indy with the ball, leading by 2. Lanning looks to drive. He got fouled with 4 seconds to go in the quarter and just 1 second on the shot clock. Who got him? Third personal on Quirin. Lanning's free throw is good. 3-point lead for Independence. Vikes need to make sure they box out here. I don't anticipate a miss, but anything is possible. Jason Smart was going to check in. And now here comes Smart replacing Keel.
He meant that I think he was trying to get Jagger out because he's got 3
so.
fouls.
Yeah.
I don't
sure
know what
happened.
they're doing.
Lanning's second free throw. Good. Vikes have to go quickly. They have 4 seconds. Sawyer got fouled, I thought. Throws up a 3. He gets slammed to the floor, and they didn't blow the whistle. I thought he should be at the line shooting 3 free throws, Tony.
Wow, that's unbelievable.
So,
Lanning was riding his hip the entire way.
Wow, 48-44, Independence by 4. We'll take just a 30-second timeout, and then we'll be back with what promises to be a very exciting fourth quarter. You're listening to Viking Basketball on V93.
With many years of combined experience, Eye Care Associates of Parsons has set the framework in providing comprehensive eye health examinations for all ages and routine vision care for families throughout the four-state area. Our optometrists and staff provide remarkable care with state-of-the-art technology to help with diagnosis and management of eye health conditions. Give us a call or visit our website to schedule your next eye exam. Eye Care Associates of Parsons. Experience modern eye care.
Back live at Independence High School. Scott Marlowe, Tony Fuentes with you. 48-44 Independence, leading by 4 points, and they will have the first possession of the fourth quarter. Vikes have trailed by 10 a couple of times tonight, but they will not go away. Vikes, I think I said Indy would have the first possession. I misspoke. It's actually the Vikings who have the first possession. Largent with it. Oh, good look underneath to Demias, and he scores. Mentioned he's a second half ball player. He now has 14 points, and the Vikes again within 2. They've been within 2 several times here in the second half. Indy's point guard, Colbert, still on the bench with 4 fouls. Ball tipped away. Who's going to get it? Refs don't know.
I think it's staying at Indy.
They're going to let Indy keep it. 48-46, Indy by 2, 7:28 to go in our ball game. Vikes trying to stay undefeated in the SEK. They're 4-2 on the year, 2-0 in league play. Lanning with it. Gets into the paint, puts up a floater off the glass, and it goes. He is a good ball player, to say the least. 26 points to lead all scores. He has over half of his team's points tonight. Well, that's a foul, and they called it late. I was kind of hoping they wouldn't call it because it was going to be an offensive rebound and an easy putback for Demias. But the foul is on Lanning, just his second. Demias hit his first free throw, and he's missed, looks like his last 3. 6'1" senior got that one to go. You wonder how long Coach Smith will leave Colbert sitting on the bench over there with those 4 fouls. He's having a conversation with him right now. Second free throw goes down.
Now the Vikings 12 for 19 for the free throws.
So 50-48, Independence by 2. Tony, you said this would be a dogfight.
Yeah.
And it has been that from the get-go. Smith in the corner. Takes one dribble. That shot is a clean block by Largent and then taken by Demias. Gets it off to Keel. Now to Sawyer. Vikes with a chance to tie or take the lead. Oh, great catch underneath by Demias, and he lost it out of bounds. That should go over to Independence.
Oh, my goodness. That was, that was a tie game right there. Just see it.
6.5 minutes to play in our ball game. Independence with the ball and a 2-point lead. Smith running the point. Hands off to Lanning. Gets into the paint. His little floater won't go. 3 bodies.
They got to keep going.
Oh, now they're going to. Coach Houck can't believe it. Usually you have to wait until there's a possession. I don't understand why they stopped play. Yeah, there were 3 bodies down. Lanning was the last one to get up. But
2 of them are Bulldogs.
But I think the Vikings just didn't go fast enough, Tony. I think if they had pushed the ball into the front court.
Yeah, Sawyer kind of hesitated a little bit.
Lanning will have to. They stopped play, so Lanning's going to have to sit out for at least a little while.
Yeah, at least this play. Colbert checked back in, though.
So, yeah, Colbert back on the floor. Again, the Vikes with a chance to tie or take the lead. They have not had the lead tonight. 6:15 to go in our ball game. Indy leading this one 50-48. Keel gets it into Quirin. How about a three right here by Sawyer?
The Vikings have not led.
Sawyer in the corner. Keel back to Sawyer into the paint. Oh, finds Largent. He's fouled, and he scores! Largent ties it at 50. He's 0 for 1 from the line. 6'4" junior with a chance to give the Vikings their first lead of the night. 50-50, exactly 6 minutes to play.
That's 4 on 22 as well.
Bunyard heads out with his 4th foul, replaced by Lanning. Largent's free throw off the back iron, no good, and they're going to call a foul going the other way on the Vikes.
That's unbelievable. I didn't think there was any.
I didn't see a foul by anybody, by either team.
Yeah, it hadn't been tied since 0-0. Now we're tied 50-50.
They got Quirin with his 4th.
Yep.
Wow.
And he's coming out.
Yeah, and he's coming out, replaced by Barkes. That's a tough call. So 50-50, the Vikes have battled all the way back from 10 down. They have still not had the lead in this ball game. So now the two big guns out there for Indy, Colbert and Lanning, both on the floor. Smith with it to Colbert. He has 12 points off 4 3-pointers. Smith on the right wing. Out top to Crane. Lanning for 3. Maybe been partially blocked. It's an air ball either way, and the Vikes have it with a chance to take the lead. 5.5 minutes to go in our game. Dante Sawyer to the big man Johnson down on the blocks. Spin move, goes up, scores, and the Vikings have their first lead of the night at 52-50, 5:20 to go in our ball game. Colbert wants to take it himself. He traveled, and I don't know about that call.
I'll take it. I'll take it.
And a timeout by Coach Smith. I don't know about that call. I'd have to see a replay. 5:14 to go in our game. Vikes leading at 52-50. We will step away for a 30-second break. You're listening to Viking Basketball on B93.
Life is about movement, and the human body is like any high-performance machine. When miles add up, parts wear down, and that's when pain begins, and here's where it ends. At Labette Health, our nationally recognized orthopedic and sports medicine surgeons use advanced techniques to reduce recovery times and relieve pain for miles to come. Feel like new again at Labette Health in Parsons, Kansas. For more information, go to labettehealth.com.
Parsons Vikings just moments ago took their first lead of the ball game, 52-50 over Independence. 5:14 to go in our ball game.
They got to just keep feeding it down low to Largent or Demias, either one of them.
Vikes have a big advantage down in the post. Vikes have the basketball. For the first time tonight, Independence going to go with a full court press. Let's see how the Vikings handle it. Get it in to Sawyer, and now Independence will back off. And they will go man-to-man. Sawyer guarded by Lanning. That's a great matchup. Gets a screen. He wants a 3. Got it! Sawyer with his 3rd 3 of the second half, and the Vikes lead at 55-50, 4:50 to go in our ball game. Lanning out top to Crane, to Smith, back to Lanning. You know he wants to make something happen. Drops it off to a teammate. Dangerous pass. Colbert for 3. Got it. 15 points for Colbert off 5 3-pointers. And that was a huge shot for Indy because Parsons had all the momentum. 55-53. Vikes by 2. 4:23 to go. Sawyer with a good drive. Partially blocked. Gets it back. and scores. Sawyer has come to life here in the second half. He has 18 points to lead the way for the Vikes. 4-point lead for Parsons. Smith fakes a three. They're going to call a foul from the far side of the court.
Like a bump. That's his first foul.
Wow.
That's unbelievable. That's his first foul.
And even though that was only his first, he's going to head to the bench for, I can't imagine he'll be on the bench for very long, replaced by Jason Smart. 4:06 to go in our game. Vikes leading at 57-53. Indy has the ball. Colbert just hit a big three for Indy. Splits the defense, hands off. Layup at the other end, no good. Vikes have it. Barkus with it. And we have a timeout on the floor called by Parsons.
It's going to get Sawyer back in the game, Scott.
3:48 to go in our ball game. Vikes leading this one 57-53. It's a 30-second timeout, so we'll keep it here at Independence High School. Tony, Vikes, for a long time, it had a feel of a game where maybe the Vikings just weren't going to be able to get over the hump. And then they finally got it tied, finally got a 2-point lead, extended it out to 5. And believe it or not, on this possession, they'll have a chance to grab their biggest lead of the night as they lead at 57-53. And, I mean, we got what we were hoping for. Big second halves from Demias Johnson and Dante Sawyer. And Independence had foul trouble with their point guard, Javen Colbert. And Lanning, 26 points, but only 2 here in the second half, or in the fourth quarter so far.
Yeah, he's definitely going to try to get some looks here in the last 3:48, I guarantee you.
And he's got to be tired. I think he's played virtually the entire game. Vikes get the ball into Largent. Largent over to Keel. To Demias on the baseline, over to Barkus. Barkus, nice drive, but he gets cut off. Now he's going to need some help. Gets it off to Sawyer. He launches a three. It's short and rebounded by Indy. Bulldogs looking to move. They want to run, but now they slow things up. Smith, nice drive. Missed the layup, but I think did they get Demias again?
Yeah, I think that's his third.
And definitely can't afford to lose him. But it is on Demias, his third. And the team's third here in quarter number 4. 2 free throws for Smith. Got the first one. That was his first free throw of the night.
That's only their 4th free throw as a team.
Yeah, they have not shot very many free throws tonight at all. 3 points for Smith. If he hits this one, he'll cut the deficit to 2. He got them both. 57-55, Vikes by 2. 3:20 to go in our ball game. Dante Sawyer into the front court. Guarded by Lanning. Sawyer lost it out of bounds. Tried to reverse direction and dribbled it off his foot.
Yeah, we don't need that.
So now a chance to tie or take the lead for Indy. 2-point lead for the Vikes, just over 3 minutes to go in our game. And an illegal screen by Indy. And I think that's foul number 5, sure enough, on Jimmy Bunyard. He is out. Finishes his night with 4 points. So 2-point lead for the Vikes. I don't think Indy realizes that Parsons has the ball. Now that
they do now.
So Sawyer has it in the backcourt. 3 minutes to go in our game. Vikes with the ball and a 2-point lead. Dante Sawyer to Keel. He's cut off. He needs some help. Out to Sawyer again. Guarded by Lanning. The ball knocked out of bounds, I believe, by Indy. Vikes keep it. 15 seconds on the shot clock. 2:42 to go in the game. Vikings leading this one 57-55. Sawyer gets it right back from Johnson. No good, but an offensive rebound. And then knocked out of bounds by Lanning. That was good defense by Lanning because that looked like it was going to be an easy layup for Demias Johnson. New shot clock. Vikes having trouble getting it in, and they get it out top to Sawyer. And then a bad pass. Lanning with it. Hesitation dribble, and he's fouled, and he will earn 2 free throws. A couple of turnovers here in the fourth quarter by Sawyer. 2.5 minutes to go in our game, 57-55, and you have to assume that we're about to be tied at 57 apiece. I don't think, unless Lanning has heavy legs, I don't think he misses very many free throws. Takes 2 dribbles. First one on the way is good. 27 points for Lanning. 57-56. Vikes lead by 1, 2.5 to go in our ball game. Lanning's second free throw, got it. We are tied at 57. Sawyer into the front court. Coach Houck shouting out instructions. Largent. And a 3-second violation on Demias Johnson. Coach Houck can't believe it. That's a tough break for the Vikings. And now Independence with a chance to regain the lead after they had fallen behind by 5. 2:12 to go. Colbert dribbles the ball into the front court for the Bulldogs. Gives it off to Veely. Lanning with it. Puts it on the floor. Pulls up from about 14. It's no good. And the Vikes have it. Under 2 minutes to go in our game. Vikings looking to break this 57-all deadlock. Sawyer picks up his dribble. Gets it over to Quirin. Demias wants it. They couldn't get it to him. Barkas to Keel. 15 seconds on the shot clock. About 1:37 to go in the game. 57-57. Sawyer going to make something happen with 5 seconds. He looks to drive. Finds Demias. He goes up. Oh, he missed the layup. And then a jump ball, and it's going to stay with Indy. Tough break. Demias went up strong. Ball hung on the rim for about a full second and then fell off. So we're still tied at 57. It's going to come down to the final few possessions here. Colbert with it. Tied at 57. 1:08 to go in our ball game. Lanning drives baseline. Little floater, no good. Who's going to get it? It's over the back, and we will have no free throws yet. That was the 4th foul on Indy. 3rd foul on Lanning. Both teams starting to look tired, Tony, and who can blame them?
Yeah.
It's been a fight, and we have a timeout on the floor. 58 seconds to go in our game. We are tied at 57. We'll be back with an exciting finish after this 30-second break. You're listening to Viking Basketball on B93.
At Labette Community College, we're passionate about medicine and compassionate about people. Our highly trained instructors provide innovative career-specific education in the field of diagnostic medical sonography. Do you already have an associate or bachelor's degree in healthcare? Earn an additional certification in sonography. LCC offers a 12-month completely online program with a clinical component. In as little as 1 year, specialize in OB, abdomen, or vascular. For more information, text pound SONO to 620-293-6671 today. Apply online at labette.edu.
.58 seconds to go in our ball game. We are tied 57 points apiece. Vikings will have the basketball out of this timeout. 31 seconds on the shot clock. Independence led virtually the entire night. Vikings finally caught them here in the 4th quarter and actually took a 5-point lead, but Indy has battled back to tie it. Indy has had a double-digit lead, right at 10 points 3 times tonight. Keel, Barkus, Sawyer, Quirin, and Johnson. Starting 5 out on the floor for the Vikes.
I'd go quick here so you can get 2 possessions for 1.
Yep, Sawyer with it. Guarded by Lanning. Lanning's done a good job on him here in the 4th quarter. Quirin with it, puts it on the floor, gets around his man. Good look underneath to Demias, and he scores off the glass. Demias Johnson gives the Vikings a 2-point lead, 59-57. Game clock and shot clock almost identical. There's about a 2-second differential. Coach Smith wants a full timeout. 59-57, Vikes by 2. 32 seconds left in our ball game. We'll take another 30-second break. This is Viking basketball on V93.
Life is about movement, and the human body is like any high-performance machine. When miles add up, parts wear down, and that's when pain begins, and here's where it ends. At Labette Health, our nationally recognized orthopedic and sports medicine surgeons use advanced techniques to reduce recovery times and relieve pain for miles to come. Feel like new again at Labette Health in Parsons, Kansas. For more information, go to labettehealth.com.
.32 seconds to go in our game, and what a game it has been. Vikings leading this one 59-57. Independence has the ball coming out of this timeout. Tony, you know it's got to be a 2-man game essentially between Colbert and Lanning, the 2 super players for Independence. I assume it's either going to be Lanning shooting a 3 or Lanning going to the basket hard, trying to draw contact. They get it into Colbert, 30 seconds to go in the game. Vikes in a man-to-man. Colbert dribbles to the right side of the floor, guarded by Quirin. There's Lanning, has it out top, guarded by Keel. Lanning puts it on the floor, drives, gets right into Demias, and it should be an offensive foul.
It is.
It should be. Sure enough, and is he out, or is that only his, that's his 4th? Big call, and I think it's the right one. So 59-57, Vikes by 2, 17 seconds to go in our game. Everybody will be shooting 2 free throws the rest of the way. Vikes having trouble getting it in, and they finally do to Quirin, and he's fouled with 14 seconds to play in our ball game. And that's going to be foul number 5, I believe, on Colbert.
Yep. He's out. If Quirin can make both these, that'd be pretty close to lights out. We said that at Labette County, though,
right,
a couple of different times, and they kept coming back and hitting threes, and so we just need to take care of business and make free throws here.
Quirin 2 out of 2 from the free throw line. He has 4 points on the night. 6-foot junior to shoot 2. Cameron Sprague has checked in. He's a big body for Independence. Again, 59-57, Vikes by 2, 14.6 seconds to play. 6-foot junior, Jagger Quirin, puts it up, and it's off the back iron, no good. So it's going to be a 1-possession game.
Yeah. If he needs to make this one.
Lanning and Keel jawing at each other.
I think they're talking about golf.
Second free throw good. 3-point lead for the Vikes. Independence, you know they want Lanning to take this shot, and we'll have a timeout called by Coach Smith. 60-57, Vikes by 3, 11 seconds to play. And everybody has different opinions on this, Tony. Lanning is so good. There's too much time on the clock really to foul at this point, but and I know there's so much going on. It's hard for the players to, you know, you can't think of everything, I guess is what I'm trying to say. But if it gets down to like 5 seconds and they haven't shot yet, there's no way I would let Lanning shoot a 3.
No way.
But we'll see how it plays out. 60-57, Vikes by 3. They have fought exceptionally hard tonight. It was a quick start for Indy. Javen Colbert knocked down 3 threes in the first quarter, 2 threes by Kellen Lanning. So 5 3-pointers in the first quarter for Independence. They led by 10 a couple of times here in the second half, and then the Vikes came storming back and actually outscored Independence by 15 from 10 down to up 5. Then Independence quickly came back and erased that 5-point deficit, tied it up, but Vikings with a 3-point lead, 60-57, 11.4 seconds to go in our game. Independence will have the basketball out of this timeout. Their point guard, Colbert, has fouled out, finished his night with 15 points. So this is going to be all about Kellen Lanning, you would assume. Here we go. Independence having trouble getting it in. They finally do. They get it to Lanning at half court with 8 seconds. Oh, he gets a good screen. A long three is off the mark, no good, and it's run down with 2 seconds. They get off a desperation three. No good, it's over. The Vikings hang on and win it. And that shot almost went down,
yeah, that
Tony.
Was so close to going in.
Cayman Sprague, who hadn't scored the entire night.
Yeah, wow. That was so close.
And one of the assistant coaches is having to shove Lanning toward the locker room because he was wanting to essentially fight one of the Viking players.
Wow. Huh. Yeah, they're having some words over there for sure.
Yeah, they're having major issues. The AD and with some of the coaches had to get Lanning and Colbert off the floor because they were hearing a little bit from the Viking student section, as you would expect, and that's just how it goes. That's high school sports.
Yeah.
And
oh wow.
So, but what a finish! It was Cayman Sprague, a desperation heave from right in front of the Independence bench. He hadn't scored all night, and honestly, Tony, when it was at its peak, I thought it was good. Yeah. I thought it was all net from this angle. But the Vikings hang on, 60-57, and we've talked about it. You told me way back in, I don't even know if we had played
early
a game
December,
yet. You said it. Things got very chippy just at the Jamboree.
Yeah.
And, man, it has continued.
Oh, it will continue to Parsons, I can guarantee, in February.
I'm assuming that there was plenty of talking on both sides. But primarily what I saw was Colbert and Lanning just talking and talking. Not so much in the third quarter, but remember I said I have a feeling it's going to ramp up again in the fourth quarter.
It did.
And it sure did. I will give kudos to whoever the assistant coach was for Independence, because he got in Lanning's face, and this assistant coach is a pretty big guy, and he ushered him off the floor. And what a comeback for the Vikings. They were down 10 in the second half, and they came back and hung on to win it 60-57. They are 3-0 in the SEK.
That's awesome. This is the craziest thing. I just looked down. Indy was 2 for 8 in the fourth quarter. Only 2 baskets.
Yeah.
That's what I had him. I don't know if that's correct.
Colbert had a 3, and Lanning had a 2, and they made 4 out of 4 free throws.
Yep. That's crazy to think they were so dominant percentage-wise the first half.
Yeah.
And I think we ended up shooting a better shooting percentage.
Yeah, they were over 50% in the first half.
Yeah, they were 56 at the end of the first quarter, 52 at halftime, 49 at the end of the third quarter, and they're going to finish around 44%. And the Vikings are going to end up being 50%. Vikings are going to end up shooting better percentage.
Wow. Yeah, they had some layups there in the fourth quarter by Demias Johnson, who finished 20 points, 12 points in the second half, 8 points in the fourth quarter. He just, I use that analogy of a big bruising running back wearing down a defense in football, and that's just what he does. Because sometimes he'll only have 2 to 4 points in the first half, and then he just goes off in the second half. And again, he's amazing to watch. He has some very good low post moves for a big guy. And he's not tall, 6'1", but he's so broad that he clears out his own space, and then once he gets that much space, it's hard to block his shot. And even if you do get a hand on the ball, he's so strong he can still muscle his way up. It's just truly incredible. But 60-57, the Vikings win it. Let's go ahead and let's just take a 1-minute break, and then we'll be back with more of our Bowen Pharmacy postgame show and hopefully have a chat with Viking head coach Anthony Houck. Again, this is a 1-minute break. You're listening to Viking basketball on V93.
Life is about movement, and the human body is like any high-performance machine. When miles add up, parts wear down, and that's when pain begins, and here's where it ends. At Labette Health, our nationally recognized orthopedic and sports medicine surgeons use advanced techniques to reduce recovery times and relieve pain for miles to come. Feel like new again at Labette Health in Parsons.
Hey, don't be nervous. Talk and have fun.
And we are back live at Independence High School. Time now for the Bowen Pharmacy postgame show. Vikings come from 10 down in the second half and knock off Independence 60-57. They moved to 5-2 on the year, 3-0 in the SEK. Coach Houck came over. He has pretty much used up his entire voice yelling and coaching hard for 32 minutes. So he's brought over 3 seniors to talk to us here in the postgame. And we will start with Mr. Keel. Joe Keel, you finished, let me see if I can find you. You finished with 6 points tonight, but Tony and I talked about this a lot. There was a lot of talking going on out there. How do you guys handle that on the floor? Because to me, that's a lot of, I guess you call it playground stuff, but we saw a little bit from you guys, but most of it was coming from Indy, from what we saw. Does that mess with your head? What do you do in those situations?
No, I just let them talk, and I didn't say nothing until the end of the game. I said a little bit, but I just let them talk the whole game, try to stay through the game and finish it. And
yeah, that's awesome. So in your mind, what was the difference tonight? You guys trailed virtually the entire game until about halfway through the fourth quarter. You were down 10, then you came back and led by 5. They came back, tied it up, and then you guys managed to hang on at the end.
Yeah, I thought we played some great defense all game. They hit some really big threes in the first half. I mean, just lighting it up, but we stayed with our defense the entire time. I mean, I praise defense at practice and the game. I try and get everybody to get on board, and as many points as I score, I don't really care. I just try and get everybody to play defense as hard as they can.
All righty, thank you. That was Joe Keel, and we'll move on to, let's talk to Dante Sawyer, who ended up with 18 points tonight, only had 3 at halftime, and at halftime, Tony and I said, we want really big second halves from Demias and Sawyer, and that's what we got. What started clicking for you in the second half?
Man, just playing harder for real. Just keep going. If shots ain't going in, just keep shooting.
Well, one thing we talk about a lot as broadcasters, 3.5-week layoff between games. We think it can affect players. Do you think it does? Was you maybe shaking off a little rust there in the first half?
I mean, yeah, it does feel like a long break. Like we haven't played in a minute, but we go hard at practice every single day. Like we do. We go at each other. We I don't even know. We just go at each other.
Yeah, that's obvious. So you finished, with 18 points, 15 of those in the second half. And I'll ask you the same question I asked Joe. Ultimately, what was the difference tonight for you guys to pull out the 3-point win?
Defense.
Yeah.
Defense. And getting rebounds, yes.
Yeah. And then what about Lanning? He went off for 17 in the first half, had 28 tonight. He's obviously a great player, but you guys did slow him down, particularly in the fourth quarter. How did you do it? Is that just effort?
I mean, just get him off the three.
Yeah.
That's just he was he was hitting everything. We just got to get him off the three, make him drive.
Okay.
And he's cooled down.
All righty. Congratulations on the big win. Thank you. And you guys, now it's a short break. 2 days from now, you're playing Coffeyville at home. But great game. And last but not least, we'll go to the big guy, Demias Johnson, the 6'1 senior. Demias, we were hoping for a big second half from you, and we got it. 20 points to lead the team tonight. What really got going for you in the second half? Because it was obvious you were fighting hard down in the paint.
Yeah, I didn't have a really good first half, so I had to pick it up during the second half, getting rebounds, points, passing to my teammates and everything.
Well, and the analogy that Tony and I used a couple of times was a football analogy where you maybe have a big bruising running back who maybe doesn't have a huge first half, but he wears the defense down in the second half. And that kind of seems to be what happens with you in almost every game this year.
Yeah,
you might only
more
score
points in the second half.
Yeah,
every
you might
game.
have 3, 4, or 5 points in the first half, and then you just go nuts in the second half. Do you think your strength and physicality just beats down the defense?
Yes, sir, but also halftime when we go into the locker room, I get my butt chewed out because I'm not. It seems like I'm not going hard the first half. So when I come back second half on fire.
Yeah.
And everything like that.
Good.
So I asked the other guys. I'll go and finish with this question. You guys came from 10 down, win by 3. It was pretty close the entire game, very close down the stretch. In your mind, what was the difference? What allowed you guys to escape here tonight with the win?
Let's see. Defense, charges.
Yes.
Yeah, that was a huge one at the end.
Rebounds.
Rebounding. Yep.
Rebounding is what we need the most.
Yeah. Defense and rebounding. He sounds like a coach.
There was that one you got called for a block that I thought they just mowed you over. I don't know how that one wasn't called.
Yeah, he need me in my cheek.
Did the ref give you an explanation at all?
He told me, he said, next time you do that, I'm going to have to call you for a flop, like a flopping foul.
Wow.
It's going to be worse than a blocking foul or something like that.
So,
he told me.
So if you get need in the face, you got need in the face?
I got need right here.
Yeah.
Okay, well, officials aren't perfect.
Yeah.
You know that. Neither are broadcasters, right,
Yeah.
Tony?
So after a 3.5 week break, we only get 1 day break, and then you guys got to play Coffeyville on Thursday at home. At least it's at home.
Yeah.
So that should be another. I feel like that game is going to be pretty similar to what we just saw tonight. Do you agree?
Yes, sir, it is.
Yeah.
So
well, Demias, that was a lot of fun. It's always fun when you end up on the right side on the scoreboard. So again, congratulations, big second half, and we'll see you Thursday night.
All right, see you guys later.
All right, thank you. Demias Johnson, 6'1 senior, leads the way with 20 points. I don't even know. I won't go through the entire scorebook, but I'll tell you the Vikings scoring totals before we close tonight. Again, Demias with 20. Dante Sawyer with 18, Jason Smart with 2, Jagger Quirin with 5, Largent with 4, Barkus with 5, and Joe Keel with 6. So, even Jason Smart, 2 points in a game, 1 possession game. Man, every point counts. And, man, that was encouraging. He made some nice moves tonight to the basket. He's a good athlete, and I think he's probably going to end up scoring, becoming a bigger part of the Viking offense as this year progresses. So once again, Vikings come from 10 down and they get the win over Indy, 60-57. Vikes 5-2 on the year, 3-0 in the SEK. Again, we will do this again Thursday night. Makeup game at Parsons High School. Vikings hosting the Golden Tornado Field Kinley High School out of Coffeyville. That's going to do it for the Bowen Pharmacy postgame show. For Karen Hardesty back in the studio and for Tony Fuentes, this is Scott Marlowe saying thanks for listening and good night from Independence.